Okay, we have $20 from Etchy, who is just everywhere over the last 4 hours. He's in runs, he's on the couch. Now he's donating too. He just says, Kingdom Hearts. Okay, RPG limit break in the crowd, in the chat, and in the future on the YouTube VOD. It is time to get hype! No. I said it's time to get hype, come on! It is time for the final run of RPG Limit Break 2022. We do have the finale coming up afterwards, but it is time for me to throw it over to the amazing Violin for a Kingdom Hearts final mix, any percent proud run. Isn't it? Yeah. Someone just yelled in the corner, it's not any percent?
It absolutely is any percent.
Damn it, PX! Now you made me look like a fool on the internet. You will pay. That being said, the amazing Violin with 80% proud, take it away!
All right, hello everybody, I'm Violin, bringing you guys Kingdom Hearts Final Mix on the PC. First of all, I want to thank our donors for helping us reach $4,000 for the Proud Mode incentive. Can we get a round of applause for that, please?
Yeah.
And we're getting so close to 100K, I know we can do it. So I'll let our couch introduce ourselves.
My name is Etchy. I have done a lot of Kingdom Hearts.
They just
3
heard you
run.
for 4 hours.
I'm gonna take out the Pokemon persona and put on the Kingdom Hearts one. Yeah. So yeah, I've done a lot of Kingdom Hearts 3 runs. I've technically done runs of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, but not that much. So Hobbs is gonna carry me on the commentary side.
So, I'm Pestless. You might have seen me earlier with Kingdom Hearts in the week. I know some things about this particular game.
Something.
Like Sora's in it.
Yeah.
Character you're not used to. I'm Jay Hobbs. You just heard me correctly pronounce Ferrothorn, and I will hear no arguments to the contrary.
I mean, you were right.
All right, audience, let's do a countdown. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go! All right, does everybody want to know why this is the best version? Why the PC version is the best version of KH1?
Yeah.
Because of
That's
that.
why. We just saved 3.5 minutes. Let's go.
Yay! All right, so at the start here, I'm going to pick Sword because it gives us +1 strength. I'm also going to be giving up Staff here in order to get certain abilities. We're going to be using a lot of ground combos, so we're going to want Slap Shots and Combo Plus, which is going to be very important on Proud Mode. We're going to be mashing a lot of text as well. So we do have other ways of, we are giving up that +1 MP we get from Staff, but we do have other ways to get MP later on through accessories that we'll pick up. So.
Yeah, you kind of just need the help on the strength in Proud Mode as well.
Yeah.
As opposed to like beginner mode where you are so over-leveled a lot of the time that you're kind of capping out on your strength.
Yeah, he's going for... Ideally, you can get a combo to get both of those in 2, but that's fine.
Yeah, unlucky. Shadows are the... I said it during BBS. I will say it again.
It's still true.
Shadows are the worst enemy in every Kingdom Hearts speedrun.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Always happen.
They will just duck down into the floor and you can't do anything about it, and it's just random.
Sorry, my hands are cold.
It's a little cold in here.
Try
Yeah.
to jump right
It's
here.
pretty cold in here.
Nope.
Yeah.
You
It's
got
really
the
hard
jump,
in-
but not backwards, yeah.
Yeah, so in 60 FPS, stuff like that is a bit harder.
And the Violin's ideally trying to do air combos on a lot of this stuff, because air
Nice.
combos are... There we go.
You got that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Very cool.
that's a tough input to get the jump there. But air combos are always a little bit quicker. Because it's Proud, the ground combos are going to do a little more damage for him on certain fights, so we'll see a mix of both.
Yeah, you're always going to see a little bit of hopping for those air combos, and just these very short hops because it's just going to be more optimal and faster.
Yeah, actually, like, people at Violin skill level, which is basically just Violin, but, you know, most, like, top echelon Kingdom Hearts 1 runners can do their air combos so low to the ground.
Yeah.
Like, even just getting an air combo on that barrel is already hard, and then Violin also did it with a
Yeah.
super minimum height
Violin
jump.
makes it look so easy. It's as someone who's done runs of this, it's very hard.
Yeah. Doing low to the ground air combos is really, really difficult and
Yeah.
actually saves a lot of time over the course of the run when it all adds up. Yeah, Shadows, other than that one, they weren't too bad.
Yeah, they mostly play
and that
well.
one.
And then that one.
There are always two.
Yeah, and then Violin just running towards where he knows the save point's going to spawn because that'll trigger the next cutscene. And now in beginner mode, this is where you would open the menu and do a whole bunch of stuff.
And we don't open the menu at all yet.
Yeah, we're not going to do that in Proud.
Yeah, and again, this is the hardest difficulty in this game because this is before they made critical mode stuff. So
Yeah, so this is something a lot of people don't actually know, which is funny, but you can actually die to this fight, and it's
Oh.
faster on Proud. We're looking for Shadows to jump at us because it does double damage compared to the swipe. There's a swipe. There's a
Shadows,
jump.
man.
Good. Okay.
And
nice.
That was pretty
Seen worse.
fast.
Seen
my
worse.
hand was reaching for the split bar.
well, it's not reaching for the soft reset combo you're doing.
I always go to the soft reset.
Yeah, that's Dark Side 1. There are not that many fights in KH1 that you can actually intentionally die to. Like, KH2 has a lot more of them. But KH1, there are still a few, and there's going to be at least one more, I
Yeah.
believe, that we do.
And suddenly we're in a much happier and brighter environment. We're at Destiny Islands. We're gonna do a bunch of random stuff here, collecting some materials. We're gonna try to build a raft to escape the island and go to much scarier places later.
Nice. Doing that jump without being able to see exactly where you're going is pretty tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, also, you can't flip the camera on PC as quickly as you can on console.
Yeah.
Because they kind of mess that up.
It's a little weird. And already on like the PS4 version, you couldn't do it as fast as you could on the PS3 version. So
Yeah. It just gets slower and slower.
yeah.
Always fun stuff. This route to this little log thing was contested for a good while over
Yeah.
which route was faster, going in the water or walking around on top of shacks. The way Violin did, it's about a second faster.
Yeah.
Huge.
A lot newer. I don't believe this game has been here at Limit Break since I ran it in 2016.
wow.
Biz did it in
Did Biz
17,
do it?
right?
Okay. Biz might have done it with, yeah, might have done like harder difficulty. But a lot has changed since then, either whether it was 2016 or 2017. Some of the kind of like basic route is going to be very similar, but a lot of the individual strats have gotten just so much more advanced.
Yeah, even just this port just came out last year, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, super fresh stuff.
Got to pick up 3 fish.
Yeah, locking onto those fish to minimize the time spent between them.
Didn't get your shirt wet, so that's good.
Yeah, I always feel sorry for him when those shoes get wet. And I'm like, that's gotta be a problem.
Those things are never going to dry.
So big, scary cutscene right here. We don't want to watch it.
Here's a like just kind of silly factoid about this game. In this game, cutscene skips are not at a like consistent, you know, always 1 second after the cutscene starts or anything like that. They're actually different for every single cutscene in the entire video game. So even though it looks like Violin's just skipping cutscenes, even when he's doing just that, he is actually like paying attention to exactly what frame he could try to skip the cutscene on. And if you try too early, then oftentimes you'll end up like getting a pause text or some other issue. Are we naming?
Oh, we're doing.
Where is it?
Oh, hey. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I know that thing.
That's actually.
I understood that reference.
That's actually what is it? RNG manipulation
Of
for
course.
these
of
known
course,
fights.
of course.
RPG manipulation?
RPG, yeah.
Yeah, but to Hobbs' point, you'll see one notorious cutscene in a little bit here where you have to wait for Riku's eyes to open up, and it looks like you're just staring at a black screen for a good 5 seconds.
This is the casual player's hardest challenge.
Yeah. So taking this route here is really nice. You want to be able to go up to the zip line and then head on down. The trick with this is actually you can only go so fast in this race. So you can even make like some small mistakes and still not lose any time. The way we'll know is when Violin gets to the end of the race. If it fades out immediately, then Violin sucked. And if it doesn't, then Violin was great. Because you kind of have to wait for like Riku to get close enough to the finish line that the game is like, okay, cool, it's over.
Yeah. Also, you might be wondering why I'm not picking up items during this race, and that's because the game won't let you.
Yeah, you
during
can't.
it.
It would be so nice because that water would be incredible to get, the fresh water right there.
If only.
Yep.
But yeah, so Violin did a good job, and now this time it's actually not faster to go up over the top. We're just going to walk right off and run in the water. And got to get a few more things, couple mushrooms, coconuts.
Gotta see that coconut RNG.
And the fresh water as well.
He's where he's going to get 99 coconuts from these trees.
Let's see.
Maybe next time.
So Violin is like switching targets or locking off and locking on to tell if a good ripe coconut dropped because you can't pick up the brown ones.
Yeah, I've seen much better.
Yeah, that was kind of unlucky.
Yep.
It's pretty cool, even though like this is kind of like the pre-game to the actual game. There's so many like very minor optimizations that you see every single second going on here. It's really cool to see how this run has kind of developed over how long it's been around.
Yeah, this is a deceptively difficult area when you're starting out and learning to get right, especially the Riku race, where if you're just starting out, that can be very annoying. Tip to any new runners, when you jump on the zip line, put the controller down until Sora goes all the way. That'll help you.
Better tip for new runners, don't take the zip line. You can beat him without it. Don't worry about it.
This is also true.
Yeah, like here, you have to kind of wait for a longer fade there before you can skip it. So everybody has their own kind of audio or visual cues. Like for me, I always waited until I saw certain planks on the pier, like kind of scroll into frame.
I'm more of an audio
Yeah.
cue person.
That one was always an audio one for me, the door one. You just skipped. Yeah, I think it was 7 cutscenes in a row.
Oh,
right
a lot
here,
of
or
cutscenes,
something.
yeah.
Maybe 5. I don't quite remember.
I've got news.
What's up?
We've met Fight Unknown.
Let's go.
But Bob, you could do better than that. I bet you got more news.
Oh, come on, man. Why you gotta do me like that? I was building up to it. And by unlocking the unknown fight, that has allowed us to open yet another super secret boss fight. We are going to be fighting Sephiroth himself at level 1.
If we get those donations in.
If we can get another $3,000.
You can do it, chat.
Yeah,
So-
we can make that happen.
That sounds like easy mode, chat. Let's make it happen.
I'd like to point out, you should make that happen as quickly as possible for reasons that I will not allude to. Okay, so here in the proud mode version of this fight, kind of a big thing here is Violin is intentionally trying to deflect every single one of those orbs, doing specific combos. Did you get a double there?
Yeah.
That was great. That was
clean.
fantastic. So that fight
Awesome.
is really easy to die to because those orbs that are coming at you will deal like half your health. And B, it is hard to time your combos and positioning in order to have your finisher deflect those orbs, and they will deal more damage as well as giving you tech points that don't really matter. But deal more damage if you do.
And C, we have to hope we get good crit RNG.
Oh yeah, that too. Most people don't know. I didn't know for a long time running this game that you actually like can crit your attacks as Sora, especially the finishers. And Yeah, the only way you could tell is the sound is a little different. The animation is a little bit like
There's also a red
more
circle
effects.
that I've
Yeah. So it's a little weird.
Yep. So we're going to kill 5 shadows exactly.
Yep.
Not 4, not 6.
That was 5.
It's 5 that makes Leon show up for some reason.
Yeah, this part of the game. Oh, that's smart. Yeah, this part of the game, they want you to kind of wander around Traverse Town all over the place, and you're looking for. Well, you're just kind of wandering. You're looking for your friends, but Donald and Goofy are looking for you. Turns out the way they decided like that it was ready for you to progress the stories. Yeah, if you killed 5 Heartless.
All right, let me see if I can do this fight. Oh, no.
Unlucky.
It's the speedrun joke. We made it 2 runs in a row. Yeah, so he wanted to die there. Yeah. That is one of the fights you can progress by dying.
Wait, really? Whoa.
Oh. Yep. This is the infamous cutscene I alluded to earlier. You have to wait for his eye to open.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Does
that's
anyone
really-
know why?
I think it doesn't ever fully fade up from black until that point, is my guess. I think that the way you can skip most of the cutscenes in this game is when they fully fade in from black. But it's a theory.
Yeah, so also losing to Leon there also loses out on a elixir that he gives us for winning, but we will be picking up a spare elixir in Wonderland when we get there.
There was also one in that chest there.
Yep, which now's probably a decent enough time to talk about how we're in Japanese.
No, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're playing the Japanese version because it saves 45.6 seconds over English.
Wow.
Huge.
We know it down to the 0.6 now, do we?
Shout outs to Desha for doing all the timing. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And that's just text. Just
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
text, it goes through faster. It's pretty common with a lot of these RPG things.
There are a few small like gameplay differences as well, so it's actually weird because if it were only text, Japanese would save like 1.5 minutes, but
Yeah.
English gets access to an exclusive glitch, and there's a few gameplay differences that benefit English in a couple spots, like where you spawn after a fight. But Japanese still saves that much time. Ooh, okay, so this pre-fight is just you kind of hope Donald uses some fire while you're trying to take out the soldiers, and now you get guard armor, which is an extremely easy to die to fight. So again, Violin's going to go for some specifically timed combos in order to get a parry on the hands there. Then hope you don't get hit there when you jump. That was great. Gets a stagger, so hopefully with enough combos should be able to knock down the boss. Being a bit weird. Again, dodges the damage though. There's the knockdown. So hopefully he's going to be trying to target various armor pieces here to break them all apart as quickly as he can because you need to get to the torso. But it's going to get to attack again. There's basically phases of this fight where if the boss starts a specific animation, you cannot kill that piece of armor
Did
even
Donald
though
just
it's at 1
parry?
HP. I think he did.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so now we're to the last bit. Violin is just waiting because the boss was actually invulnerable for a bit there. And now this gets a little scary because the body does a lot of damage, but thankfully got a good parry and then finish the fight.
Yep. That may be the second major boss in the run, but you still die to 2-3 hits there.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, that fight is an early reset point for sure.
Yeah.
From that fight, we also got the Brave Warrior, so we'll be putting that on. It gives us +1 strength, I believe.
I think so.
That sounds right. Yeah. Whatever. We just know to put it on.
Yeah. And then Aerith also gave us 500 money right there. We're going to pick up a lot of stuff on the way to sell later for gummy pieces, which I will explain later. And we're also getting the fire spell from Donald and dodge roll from Goofy. How Goofy learned dodge roll, I have no idea. And here's a menu. We're also going to steal Goofy's ether, because he has an ether.
Yeah, the rest are all potions, so we just let him hold on to those.
And Sora likes to steal items in this game.
I also put fire on circle, because it's on triangle by default. That's because I have so many years of running this on PS4, and the default on PS4 was fire on circle.
Wait, did they change, even within Japanese, they changed it from
Oh, wow.
PS4 to PC? Wow. Because it is different between English and Japanese, what it defaults to.
It's time.
The infamous,
My favorite part.
Gummy
the
editing.
legendary, the tissue box.
Puts on a gun in the first menu, complete scrub.
It's proud mode.
Oh, you're right. Hold on. You're right. It's proud. Fine.
Like, I've run Birth by Sleep. What is this contraption?
So you know how you get to just like move from world to world in like
Yeah.
2 seconds? Yeah, we don't get that.
Wow, that must suck.
Do you want to know the spot? Well, you know what? I'm not gonna. I don't want to be blamed. Never mind.
So he deletes a bunch of pieces there because your speed is actually based on how big the hitbox of the ship is. So the tissue box just moves quicker.
Yeah, and it's not the same as like Kingdom Hearts 2 where it's a strict auto-scroller thing. Speed does actually matter here.
I actually do enjoy KH1 gummy missions in a way because we do route a lot of things around them throughout the run. Like, we're gonna modify the gummy ship, what, like 3 times, maybe even 4?
I think it's 3 these days.
Yeah, and you actually can speed them up as opposed to KH2s, which are all auto-scrollers. Now would be a great time to hear Bob talk some more, though.
Yeah.
Oh boy, howdy! All right, we have $25 from K-Fizzle4, who says, "I'm so glad to see Sora's giant clown shoes again." We have $15 from Jeff, who says, "Yo, Violin, good luck on your run.
Well, thanks,
As a
Jeff.
fellow KH1 runner, I'm so proud how much you have done for this game."
You're getting banned.
If that was El Jefe,
You're getting banned.
Yeah, he deserves it.
In all fairness, that was my intonation, not his. And the community, I've loved how you grow, to watch how you grow and where you are today. And we have $20 from our own Mizu. It's been an awesome mod for us, and Twitter volunteer. He says, "Can't think of a better charity to give to. When the pandemic started, I felt more alone than ever. I was in a very dark place, ghosted by my partner at the time, and I was living in a place where people did not love me for being myself. I reached out because of knowing Nami was available to help. I was able to get the help I needed, and I'm doing much better now. Hopefully next year, I'll get to see all of you lovely people in person."
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We miss you, Mizu. I miss your hugs. And we have $100 from Chicken Debt, who says, "RPGLB is amazing. I'm an SLC native, and it makes me so proud to have such an amazing event right here in my hometown. I'm going to school to learn how to make games so I can one day bring someone as much joy as these great games have brought me. Shoutouts to all the runners, the tech crew, and of course, cute chat for being wonderful individuals that you are. KH, hi!"
Hi. Well,
We're
thank you
bringing
all.
that meme back, aren't we?
Thank you all so much. So Violin had to do what is called a despawn over there, where basically, rather than fighting out a wave of enemies, he just ran far enough away that they would despawn. And the reason that matters is because in this game, you can only interact with objects if your command menu is blue, which means you are no longer in combat. And so on Proud Mode, it would just be really hard to like fight all of those and be really slow. So even though you do fight it in beginner, it's something where it's like worth just despawning them instead.
And right there, I wanted to get the soldier in the box, but
It's impossible on 60 FPS.
It's
so
really hard to tell. It's the first one that lands, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's really hard to tell. So this crank tower here, when you, right there when the wheel gets damaged, it becomes impossible to lock on for a second
that's
there
really
until you can hit again without the lock on, and he made that look very easy.
Yeah, like that fight is one of the reasons I don't like Proud Mode in this game for myself, like running it myself, because it's just, if you get hit once, the cards make it really easy to kill you, and the tower, you kind of have to, it's counterintuitive, you kind of have to slow down your combos to take out the tower part faster, but you still kind of want to do fast combos on the cranks, I think, so it's a really weird fight.
Yeah, and like I said, the lock-on also gets trippy, and if the cards are on top of you as well, it makes the lock-on even more trippy, and that's the whole thing. So, but hey, free elixir.
Yeah.
Hey.
Feels on birthday, man. Also, we're not going to be using any of our elixirs until Maleficent, by the way.
Yeah,
We're just stocking up on endgame items.
I love RPG speedrunning. And we're getting all these super great items right now. We're never going to use them until way later.
And the floor is lava in this room.
Are you doing the dodge roll? Yes!
Yes.
Yes! That dodge roll used to be free and then became extremely difficult. But this is another room that has a lot of enemies that can spawn in it, and the way that Violin is moving around in it is very particular. And it was just so that he could go and interact with all of the objects before any enemies spawned.
Yeah.
So now we're already done with Wonderland, one of the faster worlds. Going to be going to the boss fight here.
Scary boss.
Yes.
Very.
Trickmaster is extremely dangerous on Proud
Yeah, I was
mode.
gonna say I don't know how much worse this is on Proud, but
Not a good start.
Oh gosh.
Not a good start.
Did we mention Proud mode? Everything hits really hard.
So Violin going for as low of combos as he can to maximize the amount of damage he can get in. Unfortunately lit one of the torches, which is bad. Going to be trying to jump straight from the chair. Thankfully we got a health potion there. Okay, you got the free combo master that sometimes happens in this fight, which is great. Good knockdown. You got to do that a few more times though.
My hands are still freezing.
Okay,
No.
chair's going away. That's
Yeah.
really bad. So
Knockdown's good.
after this, the time like this boss gets up now, it's gonna be a lot of fire spam because that's all he can kind of do right now. The boss is probably gonna walk over to the stove, so Violin's just gonna have to try to take pot shots at it, but it's really awkward while it's doing all these odd animations. This is like, you never want to let the fight get this far because of how easy it is for things to just really collapse.
And you can see how easy it is for
Okay.
Trickmaster to parry him, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of moves and exists, and you just get parried.
Yeah, the hitbox is basically all the way up near that target. Oh, he's so close. Okay, this is where
Okay.
things get extra scary
Oh boy.
because he keeps jumping, and yeah, now his torches are going to be like flying around all over the place. Yeah, that's a good option.
Oh my goodness.
He's got to be like a couple hits.
Come on.
Come on, man.
There it
Hey,
is.
look
Okay,
at
Yeah,
okay.
gosh.
Like
Yeah.
that it would have been so easy to die in that fight
Yeah.
once he
Yeah.
moved over to the stove.
Yeah,
It
super
gets
scary.
I
awful.
was so unlucky.
Yeah, that fight kind of exemplifies Proud in a nutshell, where
Yeah.
things can go really smooth, or that could happen.
Yeah, KH1 in particular too, if you don't get like kind of a good opening into what you're trying to do or something, it's generally hard to kind of corral fights back to what you want them to be. So getting parried at the beginning there, for example, is just, that means the spacing was off by just a tiny bit. It's effectively random. And it is just very scary after that.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna sit up here and hold circle.
Now's a good chance to warm up your hands. And for Bob to warm up his lungs.
Like I need to get warmed up, please. All right. We have $25 from Era. He says, I'm really looking forward to seeing a man in a black coat get beat up by a ducker and a dog. Our good friend Moonblaze Wolf, who's been with us here this week, donates $100 and says, this was my first RPG limit break, and it was such an unforgettable experience. It's amazing what we can accomplish together through our love of these games that have meant so much to us during our lives in deeply personal ways. I can't think of a better way to end the week than with Kingdom Hearts and getting to defeat Sephiroth. Let's get to that 100K. Oh, you think that's the end? Oh, buddy.
I was gonna say, how are we doing on the Sephiroth Center?
Right, I was just refreshing to tell you that, J-Hobbs.
Well, thank you.
We are currently sitting at $235 out of 3,000. So if you want to see us fight Sephiroth, well, specifically Violin, not me. He beat me in an instant. If you want to see Violin fight Sephiroth at level 1, get your donations in now. Donations much like a donation we have here from Pitnar, who says, I'm so glad to have RPG LB back. I actually had a mental health incident over COVID, and RPG LB raising money for NAMI helped encourage me to get help. Remember everyone, it is not weakness to seek help when it is needed. I love you all.
All right, landing into deep jungle here.
Everyone's favorite Kingdom Hearts 1 world.
Yeah. Disney's favorite too.
First of 2 Sabor fights.
You just immediately get thrown into this.
Yeah. This is another one that we can kind of just dying, but unfortunately, sometimes Sabor wants to be extremely obnoxious, and so you just start dealing damage instead.
Yeah, I did some extra hits there to build up an extra MP while Sabor was doing nothing.
Yeah, your blue MP gauge in this game actually fills as you continue to deal damage with your physical Keyblade swings, as opposed to something like Kingdom Hearts 2, where it just recharges over time once you've spent it all.
If you saw those squares on the menu, that's called bad testing. But also I equipped, actually I unequipped certain abilities on Tarzan. The only ability we really want is the Cure ability. And then I also equipped his bottom 2 critical pluses, because that'll increase Tarzan's chance to get critical attacks and deal more damage.
And then check out how smooth this movement is to pick up these 7 slides right here. That's been really, really optimized over the years.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1 is, this is the world where it becomes very apparent that it's also like part platformer.
Yeah.
And the platforming is very jank, and it takes a lot of skill to get good at it.
Did you know, this is actually true, I'm not capping or anything. So the main inspiration for this game was actually Super Mario 64.
Yeah.
Believe it or not. But I'm not going to be doing any BLJs or anything.
If only.
I'm going to collect this chest, whatever it is, because we're going to be selling it later. I don't even know what it is.
It's a mithril shard, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think. I'm pretty sure.
I just get the chest.
Yeah.
I don't even question it.
So that was a difference with these newer HD ports. With the difference of loads, it's actually quicker to touch save points, go out of the world, then come back in, and be teleported halfway across the map instead of doing all the movements.
Instead of doing hippo hops.
And especially in this world where we had to hop on some hippos' backs and go into a Vine mini game and quit out of it, and that was a whole.
Cool.
It was cool, but it was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing.
This world is peak like
Nice lock on.
backtracking,
Yeah.
too.
Why'd you lock on?
I don't know.
That's great. All right, so there's a lot of this. This world is just knowing like which room you need to go to trigger the next cutscene. So a lot of times, go up to the treehouse, get back down to the tent, go back up to the treehouse, get back down to the tent.
Oh, I also didn't mention you can quit out of that minigame. You don't actually have to play it to get to the 10.
Yeah, it's a lot faster than if we. I mean, even if you tried to save warp, I don't think you can land back in that save point at that point.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but now we're into Power Wilds. It's another mob fight, and we have Blizzard thanks to the Trickmaster fight. And Blizzard is great because it hits a wider area as opposed to Fire, which hits a single target. And you will sometimes follow things up with a Fire like Violin did there if you only have one target left or you need to target somebody that's often separated from the rest. So there's kind of a big deal with Power Wilds in terms of MP management, knowing which spells to use at the right times, knowing how to quickly switch your lock-on target, and knowing when to actually go for some physical swings in order to conserve some MP for a more appropriate usage later.
Yep, and an important tech is he's always jumping before he uses these blizzards. The jump animation is always faster for every magic we do in this game. You're not going to see a grounded attack unless it's with the swimming mechanics or gliding mechanics or anything like that.
The canopy here just
Yep, that
blocks
happens.
that. Yeah.
Power Wilds are known to troll a lot.
Yeah.
They can also two-shot you on Proud.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, they're kind of like shadows where their attacks can do different amounts of damage, and there's a couple that are really rough. Oh, right. I forgot about this. That's cool movement.
Yeah.
You roll up that tree a little bit, and then you can get a more favorable position on these Power Wilds here. Oh, that was terrifying.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I am donating $10 per death, by the way.
Yeah, Violin just wanted to exemplify exactly what he was talking about a second ago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the 2 hits. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for that, Violin.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I mean, the one bright side is he gets his MP back
That's
for
true.
dying,
Yeah.
so this room becomes slightly easier.
That's so much
And that
better.
was much better.
Yeah.
I love when they trip on their toes. It's great.
Nice. Oh, Tarzan. helping
Okay,
out there.
Tarzan, all
That's
right.
good. Yeah, Tarzan's critical pluses are really nice sometimes.
Some more cool movement.
Actually-
Jump on the box, jump on
Yeah.
the railing.
I actually didn't want Tarzan to do anything there because now I only have 1 MP.
Oh,
for
that's
this
good
round.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, and these enemies are kind of grouped up a bit better, so that's why like being able to use more blizzards on them would have been nice. But
That was fine.
yeah, you wrapped it up very well. There was a long time where, and there still kind of is a difference in terms of just personal preference, in terms of where you throw an ether in the Power Wilds fight, or if you use one at all. It's kind of a judgment call at times, and other times it's just like some runners just know where they're always going to use it.
Been some nice positioning here. Violin's going to go near the
no
exit.
MP.
Yeah.
Near the exit of the room to try to draw them in. The lack of MP has
Nice
made this
catch.
kind of hard. Well done.
Yeah, catching that Powerball that was sliding towards them with the Blizzard helped keep it like in front of Sora, so that way it wouldn't escape. And you get white mushrooms here, so that's
Yeah.
Nice.
yeah. I think that was a slightly faster load, right? Or that might not
Right.
matter on PC. I don't know.
It doesn't matter when we're using loadless, but
Oh,
for,
fair
for
enough.
this timing it does.
Hey,
Hey.
thank you, marathon runs.
Hobbs, you want to explain it?
Yay, you're going to do the thing. Okay, so Sabor 2 here. We're going to be trying to completely stun lock her in this corner here. And this is actually a strat I came up with, but with the opposite load zone way back when, because I sucked at this fight. And so I wanted to try to like find some way for it to not be awful. Unfortunately, Violin was trying to finish off with some fires there, but there we go.
Yeah,
Did
good
wrap it
catch,
up.
good catch.
If you let Sabor kind of get out in the open area of the arena, then she could jump into the bamboo on the sides and waste a ton of time. And on top of that, we're gonna say this like 700 times over the course of this run. You could die. Like it's pretty easy to die
Easily.
to all the fights, and especially right now because this is the world we're gonna get Cure from. And until we have Cure, it's extremely easy to take a death somewhere.
Yep, and he just put on the White Fang, which is an equipment we get from the support fight. Gives us some extra strength, very useful.
Yeah, strength is gonna be quite handy for a lot of the run.
But not this fight, because this will take 10 hits exactly, no matter what.
15 actually, yeah, it's
The,
5
the most
combos.
iconic
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts boss fight.
Yeah.
The fruit.
You
Yeah.
could mod it a Sora at level 99, Ultima Weapon, 15 hits.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Doesn't matter if their finishers are critical or anything like that. 15 hits. And if it weren't on such awkward land, it would probably be faster to like not do finishers on it or something. But because of where it is, it's just better to wail on it.
And now is like one of the scariest fights in the run.
Yeah. Oh boy. It's time for Clayton.
Oh, boy.
You all remember this one at home. So the first phase of Clayton is still like not necessarily great. You got a fire from Donald, so that's helpful. Helps deal a little bit of damage. And then
Very
we go
clean.
into the second phase, and this is where things really get scary. Thankfully, we're going in at full health because you can get hit in the first phase. Going to be trying to manipulate where the stealth sneak moves around, so that way it does this reveal thing, like from falling off that ledge really quickly. Now getting a knockdown so that Clayton can be knocked off, and going to be going for 1-2 hit combos instead of going for full combos here, because it's just going to allow him to like deal more damage quickly without knocking Clayton super far away. But now we want to move Clayton away from stealth sneak, and wow, that was great. That was amazing.
That was clean.
I feel like corralled in that corner. Maybe Tarzan was also dealing some extra damage or something.
Yeah, so I was also mashing the heck out of triangle to make my party attack Clayton more. Because that does deal a lot of damage, a lot of
Yeah.
extra
Yeah,
damage.
that fight gets very scary if you don't kill Clayton before the big old chameleon gets out of
Yeah.
Sunlock. Then he'll chase you around. It's not fun.
And now we get everybody's favorite, just claustrophobic cavern, which is
This is Super Mario 64 Cavern.
Yeah.
What's in these chests?
The chest 3 and chest 4. That's how.
Japanese item 1, Japanese item 2.
I
Yeah.
think it's an Orichalcum and a Mithril Shard, but I'm not sure about
You
that.
would know all these.
I'm not sure on this one. I'm not sure. But I think that's what they are.
But nice jump. That's a deceptively hard jump he did
Yeah.
at the
yeah,
end there.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to grab just this like one tiny spot on the ledge.
And now we have 2 gummy missions back to back, so we have plenty of time for stuff.
Yeah, a lot of donation time.
All right. You said it, so here I am. Kaylor donates $19 and says, $19 for the 1.9 seconds that separated the runners for a 4.5-hour run. What a crazy race. Thanks to Keys and Etchy.
That was really fun. Even like before, until that death with the Excadrill on that one fight,
Right.
like you were both still like
It
kind of
was
swapping the
really
lead back
close
and
for a
forth.
lot of the race, which was
Yeah.
pretty awesome. Always love to see that.
And you leveled the Lulu.
I did level the Lulu. That was a good time. I'm glad I did it.
I have a $100 donation from Oddly that just says, I guess I don't just have the heart to leave a comment.
No, the no heart fight was earlier in the week. That was, that was the Birth by Sleep.
We don't talk about that fight.
$100 from Veritas Knight, who says, this is my first RPG Limit Break live. Thanks to all the runners, commentators, hosts, people behind the scenes, and anyone else who made it possible. Great event and a great cause.
Absolutely.
And we have had an anonymous $1,000 donation. To carry us soaring past 90K.
Yeah.
Practically on the verge of 91. And that had all gone towards fighting Sephiroth at level 1.
Yeah.
Which we are now halfway through.
All right.
Make it happen, please.
Violin, you're a show-off, by the way. Just weaving in and out of all the rings for no reason.
Like, yeah, he could die in 2 or 3 hits here,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, my lazy butt always just knew exactly where I needed to place it so that I could only get hit once and just step away.
I mean, that's how you get the bathroom breaks. So
Exactly.
That's what
optimal.
matters. That's what speedrun routing's all about. Is optimizing your bathroom break.
Okay, fun fact: back in the PS3 days, you could create a situation in which the console held your inputs for you, which meant I got like 3 more breaks in the
my
run because I could
God.
stand I could sit in the middle of a gummy mission
Oh, yeah, you
and
can
have
like-
it hold
Yeah, you can like hold circle and press the
circle and
PlayStation button.
square and press the PlayStation button
Yeah.
on PS3,
Wow.
and then can't do it anymore. Anyways, Bob talk.
Yeah, technology's just gone downhill since those days.
Can I get
Yeah,
a word
you
in
go
edgeways
ahead.
now? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So, let's see here. Rujasu donates $10, another great volunteer of ours, who says, should we fight Sephiroth? Level 1? That sounds very dangerous. Let's do it!
Yeah.
For science! We have A. Smith, $25. What a great week of RPG speedrunning goodness. Thanks to all those involved in making it happen. And Void has a question for you, Violin.
Oh.
How much do they have to donate to get a guardless run?
A guardless run?
Yeah. He's wondering if $20 is enough.
Just tell him later, and then just do a level 1 run. It's fine. Say like next week or something.
Sure, why not?
So fun little despawn thing again. Like Violin, did they chase? Okay.
Yeah.
Violin killed just a couple yellow operas, which we used to kind of like wait for them to charge you here, but they wouldn't always charge you, and it sucked. So he just did it where they spawn, and then rolled far enough away that the rest of the enemies would despawn. Mm-hmm. And what Violin just did in terms of like using the Red Trinity and breaking open the fence there and getting down here into the waterway, you actually wouldn't need to do on English, because you would do a glitch where you would just clip right through the bars, and for some reason it only is present on the English version, despite like being like the English HD version, I think, maybe, or no, actually I think it is on PS2, but it's just weird that it's different between the two versions.
And it survived through all the ports and stuff.
Yeah,
so,
and it changes the routing entirely, because you would do all of this stuff at the very beginning as opposed to doing it now here in Traverse Town 2. Japanese effectively loses some time on that to English, but again, because of how much time it saves on text, it's still worth it.
Yeah, but essentially what Violin's doing story-wise is Leon's giving him a summon gem that has our first summon of the run, Simba, and we're going to go give that to Merlin and the Fairy Godmother in order to unlock it, use it, and get Pooh's book, which we won't be interacting with, but we need to continue the
Damage
story.
boost.
Very nice.
You didn't get to go for Swagfire, but you got knocked down faster, kind of. Shh, they don't know.
Yeah, summons are kind of like a surprisingly critical part of the run, and very, very useful in various
We're not
many
on
situations.
critical, Etchy.
Oh my gosh.
Get
wow.
out.
How standard of you. No, it doesn't work.
You
Beginner
can get out
mistake.
as well.
Beginner mistake, Andrew.
Yeah, that was good.
So we have a lot of text here.
Yeah, this is a good time for maybe sneak in one donation or an update or something.
We have $20 from Leona, who says $20 for Kingdom Hearts 20th anniversary this year.
Oh,
yeah.
true.
I don't know if you can see my shirt. Page 20. Hype.
Whoa.
Nice.
Nice.
I lied. One more.
I see how it is. Podgy has donated $50 and said, I know Violin doing level 1 Sephiroth is a treat, so let's make it happen. Good luck on the rest of the run.
It's a treat for you guys.
Hi, Bobby.
And look, I'm not saying that there's another donation incentive after that, but I'm not saying that.
And that one's going to be
And it's must
pretty good.
see, if you will.
Oh,
You get out.
Yeah.
Make me!
I don't see what you're talking about.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, boy.
So we were able to, basically do a lot of stuff with Merlin there, like get rid of all the text, and then we come back here and have Sid fix up the gummy ship or whatever. Install an
First, we
RPG,
have to
something
sell
like
him
that.
all our belongings that we aren't currently holding on to.
Yeah, anything that is not going to help increase our strength or potentially some magic, but I don't even think we have anything
No.
that caliber right now.
In the beginner categories, you don't have White Fang equipped yet, so it's possible to accidentally sell it here and then kind of soft lock yourself. But Violin's already equipped that, so we just sell everything.
Yeah, everything but the elixirs. Because we definitely want to hold on to those. Then another save warp.
A lot of that in this run.
Back over to Merlin's. That way we can just talk to him once again. Drop off the book.
Yep.
And then we also get our first summon.
Oh, hey, it's the Master of Masters.
No, it's unknown.
Oh, right.
It's like, I swear I saw that woman earlier in the week.
Yeah. Did we, though? I feel like we skipped every cutscene.
It's like, no, we have to talk to her.
Oh, okay.
Did a optimized dodge roll there at the end there. Small optimization.
Lots of small optimizations, and we'd be
That's
here.
this entire run.
We'd be here all week if we talked about every small optimization.
Yeah.
Violet's
Yeah,
gonna
can we
do.
go back to Destiny Island? So
I
can
went
talk
around
about
that
things?
corner at like a 50-degree angle.
It's like this, especially the beginner category of this game is
Yeah.
known as the easy to learn, hard to master run within this series, where it's very easy to pick up and go, and just all the minute detail that the top runners have is ludicrous.
Yeah.
If you want 2 extremely easy Kingdom Hearts runs to get into, I'd say single story BBS characters, like those runs, especially Aqua, and Kingdom Hearts 1 beginner. If you want categories you shouldn't jump into for the first time, that's Kingdom Hearts 1 Proud and Kingdom Hearts 2 anything.
I'm gonna agree with you there, but I'm also gonna say you can also learn Kingdom Hearts 0.2.
Oh, actually, that's a good point.
It's like 20 minutes long, and it's a good entry-level speedrun.
Yep,
Well,
it's really fun.
allow
too.
me to get on my Kingdom Hearts 3 propaganda school here. No, Kingdom Hearts 3 is really easy to learn, and one of my favorites just because the flow motion just makes actually like going from fight to fight really fun and interesting. Highly recommend. That's the one I started with.
That's true. The movement in Cage 3 is very cool.
Yeah, that's easily the best part of the run. It's super cool.
So, talking to Sid there, just bought a couple gummy pieces. Like I said, we actually care about modifying our gummy ship in this game, which is, I think, pretty neat. Gonna warp on over to Wonderland and then immediately put on those pieces.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're warping to get closer to the warp hole, which on the map looks further away from Wonderland, but it's actually closer.
And you not doing the gummy, garage before warping scared me so much because I did it before, so I was like, oh no, he's gonna forget.
Whoa.
So now putting on the flare, or not the flare, the Fire G and a Haste G that allows for a stronger engine, so just faster movement, and an acceleration gummy so that you can do boosts now.
very fast. It ruins the aesthetic though. It's not really a tissue box
you could have
anymore.
done better.
He
here,
could
Violin.
have done it with the. He could have done better with the same
have some
number of
symmetry.
inputs.
Look, it'll be more symmetrical by the end of the run.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'm holding you to that.
Also, on proud mode, there are certain enemies that can zoom in from behind you and one-shot you,
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
In gummy missions.
which is super unfair. But we do have an easy way to deal with that, which is just stay in this corner until they pass.
Yeah, so now for every gummy mission, Violin's basically going to be holding square in circles so that he like charges forward. There are actually some weird times, again, talking about small optimizations, where like a load is kind of happening or there's a transition.
Oh, wow.
There's a transition happening where you're actually not getting any speed out of the acceleration, so you might like hold off a very small amount of time to use another one, but that's very minor and not something that's ever going to really be easy to notice.
And I don't think we touched on it, but the difficulty does affect the gummy ships, correct?
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah, so we die in
Yeah,
so easily.
we've got no armor, so yeah. Go ahead and hit us up with a couple donations, Bob, as we are almost at Agrabah here.
A $20 donation from Jetboy the Mage. He says, another donation incentive after Sephiroth level 1. Let's go! For love, for friendship, for product placement, for Nami!
Yeah.
And we have $50 from our own Essentia. He says, gather! Thunder! Oh, wait, wrong game.
If you don't get that joke, go watch the BBS run.
And a quick update, if I can get it in.
Yep.
Yep.
We are currently sitting at $1,775 out of 3,000. We're getting close-ish.
Let's make it happen, folks, because we are
Keep it coming.
absolutely going to want to see that super secret incentive that doesn't exist, that we're totally not spoiling exists.
I just picked up another elixir in Aladdin's house. How we got an elixir, I have no idea.
That's a mega elixir. It's even better.
Even better.
Yeah.
Summoning Simba here, a full charge on Simba will clear out an entire wave. And then hopefully we get lucky with the second wave and they all spawn at the same time.
Yeah, this is actually so good that even though you have to sit here and watch this, like, what is it, 21-second animation or something like that, this actually was in beginner mode strats as well for a long time.
One,
Okay, you're good. Sweet.
I've never seen one spawn.
I was just worried
A
that one
singular
was
one.
going to decide to attack you.
Gotta love the bandits. Now, speaking of the bandits, one of my favorite HD editions, the Bandit Skip, where we used to have what's called a Bandit Skip, where we have to go through the city. Certain areas are locked off to you, so you have to go through where bandits are supposed to spawn and cause a big old fight. They run around the room. It's a pain. Instead, we can leave the world, come back in, and just warp back to Aladdin's house as if all those barriers don't exist. And skip.
Yep. Go straight into our next plot.
Alright, so now I'm going to put Aladdin into the party, put on, put on Jungle King, unequip Aladdin's second ability, put on Critical Plus, and then steal all of Aladdin's items, not discard it. Take away all of his items because we want him to die in the next boss fight.
Very kind of you.
And we also like his ethers. And we got Black Fungus.
That's
Yep,
unfortunate.
every time.
So that's just unlucky. Because when Violin walked into the room, he had a red command menu already, and the room loaded a little faster, so he knew that he got a spawn of enemies that is rarer, but is extremely slow and tedious to defeat. So instead, you just defeat the one wave of enemies up here, and there's actually another one that would spawn if you're down at the bottom, like, center of the room. And so you just do all your platforming to avoid that. If you ever fall down there, it sucks big time.
And coming up is one of the worst fights in the game.
I feel like we said that several times already.
Yeah,
we're
but
saying that a lot
actually
more.
though,
But,
yeah.
but this one is actually every difficulty. It's bad.
Yeah, but it's way worse on this one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know where we are. Okay.
Yeah.
I love this guy.
Yeah.
It's Phalanx. It's Phalanx from
Yes. So yeah, this is Pot Centipede, and it real bad. Basically, the little like antenna attack from the Pot Centipede here is just very hard to deal damage during without getting hit. That hit right there is pretty much guaranteed. Also having to dodge the kind of tail antenna. What do you call those? I don't know. But those are also bad. Violin did want it to reform as a small group like that, though, because you can actually hit 2 different parts of the boss at the same time with your finisher.
This is really bad. There's like no pots.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really want these pots to be close to the head, so it'll reform the body. Because
This is very awkward.
We need at least 2 pots.
We like that attack where he's just running around
there's 2.
from area to area.
Come on.
This is not
There
good.
they are.
There it goes. Okay.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
No, it's still.
There we go.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, when it's moving, you can keep wailing on it like this and be much less likely to get hit. You can still get parried or hit by the pots that are flying around the arena behind you. But ideally, once you also push enough damage in this boss, it's pretty much only going to keep running around. Oh, that was terrifying. It'll just keep running around, and so you can keep constantly doing this. Nice synth drop.
Oh.
That's a tent, I think.
Okay.
Oh, is it?
And we're going to go to this room because you actually load into whatever part of the load zone you're in for the end of the fight. So
I just realized that I forgot to put on scan.
Yeah.
Also coming up is one of the worst fights in the game.
like, do you need scan?
Yeah. HP gates are very important
Yeah.
in the upcoming fight.
So-
Not this fight, the Jafar fight.
This is Gigantamax Gengar. It is not fun, but there is a cool little strat. If you hit it from behind, if you hit one of the eyes from behind like that, it actually changes the way that the AI of the fight, basically, it changes its pattern so that it'll do these kind of sitting still eye laser attacks for a lot longer. So Violin is trying to switch targets because each eye has its own individual health bar, and once you break one, the boss is almost never going to sit still again. Like, it gets a lot more unruly. So you want to get them both close to dead before breaking them. Getting knocked off sucks because climbing back up is really hard. Good job, though. Oh! I had to say something.
Yeah.
So now this gets extremely scary because you can't get on the fight or on the boss while it is doing this shaking around attack, and it's going to keep wanting to do the shake around attack.
Yeah. And
Okay, good.
The way you got up at the start only works once at the start. It's also really precise. So it's a lot harder to get back on. And now there are bandits spawned who can just fly in and 1KO them if they really want to.
I thought for sure the right eye was going to die first. I was not paying enough attention, apparently. Good job, though.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I could have died, so I'll take it. It could have been worse.
Yeah, getting knocked off is you don't know if you're going to survive the fight once you fall off.
Yeah, I lost like a whole minute there.
Yeah.
But whatever.
If it goes well, it just shakes its head a little bit and you're good to go. Oh, that's a cool strat. Swinging as you fall in there so that way you can land instead of swim.
Yeah, lots of small tech.
That
in this
waterfall
game.
animation is always really funny to me. just swim straight up, it's sure.
Yeah.
Mario does that in Mario 64.
Oh my
right?
gosh, you're right. When does Mario open the door to darkness?
In Mushroom Kingdom Hearts, of course.
I mean, hey, Mario was able to hold a Keyblade.
I mean, true.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that.
That happened.
I'm going to guess this is a Smash thing.
Yeah. And we're also going to get another elixir. You're probably intended to get this with like more advanced movement, but we can just swing onto
Yeah.
it.
It is scary, though, because it is pretty tight.
Yeah.
But you will often like ledge grab if you don't land it, so it works out pretty well.
And then we're also going to touch the safe point right here. And now it's Jafar. So with Jafar, we're going to try to two-cycle him by using, forcing him to go into his magic bubble by using Blizzard, and then relying on Aladdin RNG to do enough damage. Fun.
Yeah, you heard the word RNG, so you know this sucks. So 2 hits into a magic is what'll make him do this magic bubble that Violin was talking about. And now, since he's on top of a regular platform, he's going to do this ground blast attack, which you ideally want to jump away from. But they basically try to get as much damage in as possible. Violin now healing himself and Aladdin to try to like let Aladdin do more damage. Got hit again, but it should be okay. That
Ooh,
was
good catch.
close. I don't know.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's real
that's
bad.
not good.
Oh, he moved the other way though.
All right.
What?
Yeah,
he's too high up or something. Yeah.
Violin's going to move to the other side of this circle in the middle, because that will constantly make sure Jafar goes to this platform in particular.
What?
He's
okay.
He's
over
overdamaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't do the ground blast anymore.
But again, we can manipulate where he goes, so
Can at least magic bubble still.
Yeah.
yeah.
Did I say 3 cycle? I meant like add a 0 to that.
I don't even think you said 3 cycle. Pretty sure you said 2,
Yeah.
buddy.
Well, whatever.
Yeah, RNG is, well, welcome to RPG Limit Break, right?
Yeah, getting hit by the ground blast though is also like it's hard to recover from that. Thankfully, this is one that I feel like isn't really all that concerned to die on the Jafar 1 fight, but
I've
it's
died,
just
like,
really
once
slow.
or twice.
Yeah, you could die in any fight eventually, but
Yeah.
generally it's more about the time loss in that one.
Yep.
Then we move on to
Genio.
Genie Jafar.
Genial. And now the funnier Jafar fight.
Debatable.
So starting off with a few blizzards here because you can actually target Genie Jafar here.
We're gonna wait, and then target Aladdin on Genie Jafar so he doesn't fall off,
Oh, that's
and
smart.
then target him back on Yago.
Timing a parry there on the meteor.
Come on, Aladdin. We still need that Aladdin RNG. That's not
that's real bad.
Come on, Aladdin.
Ah, falling down sucks. So Iago's gonna wander around now, basically. So we were trying to get as much damage as possible in before it, like Iago flew away from this platform, because we have just a very basic jump. We can't reach Iago a lot of the time here.
I'm also doing camera manipulation here to make Genie Jafar warp to me faster.
Yeah, locking on and just looking in certain directions can have pretty massive impacts on how a lot of fights go.
Aladdin,
Aladdin
I
is
need
just
you.
stuck. Yeah.
Aladdin, no,
Aladdin!
please.
Thank you.
Hey, you did it. Oh.
Hey, he got knocked
Come
out.
on.
I think you still got this?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice, nice, nice. So Agrabah doing pretty much everything it possibly could to lose as much time as possible outside of killing you.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll take not dying in that.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
Except right here.
Oh, yes, that's true.
You ruined
Oh,
the thing.
yeah, it's time.
Yeah, shout outs to our good friend Spike Vegeta for learning that you could die here to the boulders on higher difficulties.
I think it was on beginner actually, where.
Oh, you're right, actually, yeah. He learned you could die on beginner when we already knew you could die
Yeah.
at that time on Proud. So you get hit by every boulder that you can, and on Proud, you will actually die right there. Beginner, you got to go a lot further into it. And the reason being that the game likes to make sure you can always save or like leave and go to another room after a boss fight. And if they put you back before the boss fight, you would have to do the boss again if you died in the carpet escape, which would be really dumb. So dying actually just ends it and progresses the game.
I'm glad they made sure that even the static rocks do more damage to you on Proud mode.
Yep.
Yeah, so that actually isn't affected by your stats, like your defense stat. It always does fixed damage. That's what I learned
Oh, wow.
by playing rando.
Of course.
And we have another gummy ship mission, so we have plenty of time to talk about
Yep. We have
like
a whale.
incentives and stuff.
We have a whale to be eaten by.
Okay, I have $15 from Liz, who says, "Whoa, is that a Gengar?" $5 from the Burning Hunter, who says, "Hey everyone, it's the last run and therefore the last chance to beat the 100k goal. So, therefore, I, the Burning Hunter, throw down a challenge. At the 1 hour mark, let's get a donation train going. $1, $5, it doesn't matter. Just give what you can, and let's support Nami, and let's fight Sephiroth."
Hey, it just hit 1 hour. Look at that timing.
Oh. It's almost like I planned it that way.
Oh my god, it's been 1 hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, some bad news for you. All right, we've got a $100 donation from Mabushi that just says, "Thank you." Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uncle Dave donates $40 and says, "I'm stuck at work for another couple of hours yet. The conclusion to this marathon should fill the time quite nicely. Thank you very much. Good luck to the runner. Thanks to the organisers and the crew that put the whole event together."
It's a whale.
It is.
Whoa.
Why is there a whale in space?
Space whale.
Space
Have you
whale.
ever tried to
No, we fought the Space Whale Wednesday. What is this?
Oh,
Why?
nom, nom.
Why is the whale in the Pinocchio remake not a whale?
And where is the bowl of petunias?
You honestly still have time for like 2 more because this
Yeah.
takes so
I don't
long.
know why they beat around the bush here.
Yeah.
We have $5 from Light Dog, who says, quick poll for the runners and couch. What's your favorite flavor of Pop-Tart, and why is it brown sugar cinnamon?
Yep.
Bonus.
No, what? No.
What?
Frosted strawberry every day.
What?
What
Excuse
the heck?
what? Excuse
Brown
me?
sugar
You know
cinnamon's
what?
the worst
I am
one.
also.
What?
I am also Team Strawberry.
Thank you.
What
Yeah.
in the world? Okay.
Okay.
Out of all the raviolis, brown sugar's the worst. So.
Pestilus, you get a cheese chair.
Congratulations, Light Dog, you may have severed the KH1 speedrunning community. The donation does continue to a bonus. Which flavor would the main 3 heroes of Kingdom Hearts 1 like the most, and why is it brown sugar cinnamon?
They hate bad things, so they love brown sugar cinnamon. Yeah.
I think they would like sea salt flavor.
Oh, get out of here.
Okay, cool skip right here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I
Whoever
wonder-
came up with this
whoever
was
found
really
it.
cool.
I wonder who did.
I wonder who could have done
I
that.
did. I did it. It was mine.
Yeah,
I
thanks,
found
Ashley.
it. Yeah.
Wait.
I was definitely running this game in 2008 or whatever.
Anyways, yeah, Chamber 3 skip. He skipped going to Chamber 3, so it's called Chamber 3 skip. Or skipped like really doing anything in it. So
Yep. And once you do that, this whole maze is go straight.
yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
Nice.
Ignore
Nice.
that.
Oh,
I put on 3 wishes right there for just a bit of extra damage.
this is a funny fight.
And this is one of the worst fights in the game.
Yeah. Poor Pinocchio.
At least we don't have to hear "Get me out of here."
So if all goes well, this is what this fight will look like the entire time. It's possible for all not to go well.
You just had to jinx it, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
And generally, if you don't make any mistakes in your combos, the reason it happens is because of your party members. It could be either Riku or like one of the like Donald is very common to mess it up.
It looked like Riku messed him up.
Yeah,
there.
I think
This
so.
is so. This RNG is not great.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's okay. You're
Didn't
kinda-
die. Didn't die.
Didn't
Okay.
die.
Essentially, if you time your air combos perfectly on his belly, he'll forever flinch and just stun lock him out of it.
Unless he doesn't want to.
Which yeah, he could choose not to. But
Lest the party members just get in the way.
party members do love to get in the way in this game. But it's fine. We actually love our party members, but we'll love them in about an hour.
Well, we'll love one of them.
Yeah.
We'll really
So-
love one of them.
Here's high jump.
In a chest.
Finally, mobility.
So this is a really bad rando seed. You got your movement now?
So I just put on slap shot combo plus.
Nice dodge roll.
What's
Hey,
the last
you're just getting
ability?
every mushroom spawn.
You really are, yeah.
Slap shot combo plus. I forget what the last one.
Hurricane Blast?
No, I
no,
don't
that's-
think that's on this.
That's not until
difficulty.
later.
Yeah.
Counter kick.
It was an MP haste or something.
Counter kick.
I like that one.
Yeah. Whatever it is, doesn't matter. We just know it needs to be on.
Yeah, so this fight works kind of the same way as the last one. He has a couple extra attacks he can do, but this one's slightly easier to stun lock because there's one less party member to deal with.
Yeah, it still has the same problem though, where if the party members hit him up in the front, instead of the boss retaliating right away, it'll like kind of fall back and open up the center. And you ideally don't want that to happen. I had to keep talking. Or at the
Always.
very least, you don't want it to happen until extremely late in the fight, because once it gets back up, it's going to be really hard to stun lock again. So pretty close.
I just got like 5 crits in a row. That's amazing.
Nice.
All right.
Very good RNG.
Yeah. And positioning to the side there, I'm assuming was just to help you do low air combos?
Actually, no. Positioning yourself to the right side there prevents Parasite Cage from getting staggered by your finisher.
Oh, very cool. So it won't get up as quickly. So that's better than like beginner or strat always used to be using air combos without the finisher, so 1-2 hits.
That's actually still faster on beginner. It's just you do so much damage in that
right.
category.
Yeah,
that
you don't
doesn't matter.
need the finisher crits or the finisher damage.
Right.
But now gonna get spit out by a whale and then swallowed up by a whale again.
Yeah, it's imperative we get swallowed again.
But first, we're gonna do a small detour.
Ooh.
After Donald and Goofy stop talking.
Wait, they can stop?
We're actually going to go back to Traverse Town because now we have access to Geppetto's house, which not only gives us a bunch of gummy blueprints we're never going to use, we're also going to grab the Wishing Star Keyblade. And why we want that is because it gives us a 100% crit rate when we use Slapshot or a finisher.
Yeah, if anybody has played an RPG, 100% crit rate sounds like nothing special, right? You know?
Yeah.
Seems kind of good.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
You don't do this in beginner, do you?
No.
Nope.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't remember this.
And we also put Ray of Light on right there, which we got from Pot Centipede earlier, which gives us 1 extra MP. And the way that magic works in this game is the more MP you have, right now we have 4 MP, it means our magic in general is going to be stronger than it was before.
Yeah, the higher your maximum MP stat is.
Yeah.
As opposed to like something like KH2 where you actually have a magic stat.
Right.
You don't have that in this game, you just have your MP stat. Now we gotta get swallowed again. This actually takes a little bit of time. I'd say you could sneak one in, Bob.
We're actually gonna grab a summoning gem here for Dumbo.
Oh, okay.
That's about it.
Oh.
Gonna give a quick update. We are sitting at $2,020 out of the $3,000 needed to fight Sephiroth at level 1. And one of the donations that's helped get us there is from Amelia, who donates $60 and says, I have to get one last donation in before the event ends. Thank you to everyone involved in putting on this event and everyone who's been here to enjoy it. It's been so wonderful seeing this event run again. I love every single one of you, less than 3.
Yeah, please get those donations in, folks, because like we've been hinting at, we really want to open a super secret, ultra deluxe double probation incentive at the end. Okay?
Wait a minute.
Hold up.
So we got to hit that Sephiroth one.
And it is must see, if you will.
It is.
Yeah, we gotta unlock the 2.8 final mix, 0.2 birth by sleep or fragmentary passage incentive.
Over
I'm
2
not
days.
saying we're going to announce Kingdom Hearts 4 or anything, but
Oh, boy.
All right. Any bets on the couch as to what the 3 numbers are going to be?
3.
Oh.
Just all 3s?
I don't know.
You're going to get 167.
All right.
You're gonna get 2, 4, 5.
3, 3, 3.
You'll all see what we're talking about in a little bit. First, I had to go up and get a power-up out of that chest because power-ups, like strength is really good, right?
Yeah, it's just permanent.
It's very good.
Yeah.
The only reason that like Violin switched to Ray of Light, which actually decreases strength slightly but increases MP, was because of some very tricky stuff that he's going to be doing in the next room, or the next fight rather. It's something that you generally have to do with your magic only, or at least limited physical attacks.
But first, stealing items as we do.
Yeah. Now equipping a bunch of ethers, it looked like?
Yeah.
Okay.
We stole Jack's ethers. We used the power up, and then we put on 4 ethers on Sora. And then we have some forced Heartless fights, which we don't have many of those in this game. So.
Yeah, so magic is extremely useful here, and in just a lot of mob fights. It's generally your strength is really good in a lot of your boss fights, and your magic's really good in a lot of your mob fights.
Oh. Wait, I
Yeah, the
miscounted.
spacing and positioning for these blizzards is surprisingly technical, especially on those last mummies. It's a very specific spot to get the spread of the blizzards.
Yeah, and
that
it's
hit
hard when you have to
everyone.
hop around all the time too.
Yeah.
And the thing that sucks is there's no save point in most of this world.
Right.
It's all the way back at the beginning, which we never go anywhere near the kind of world gate area of this world.
And when you
instead
beat
just
the
return
world, that's the only save point in the world.
here. Yeah. So since we just keep coming back and forth between the lab and the graveyard, ethers are really helpful for replenishing that MP.
And now we have it's like a 50-50 Heartless encounter. We can either get White Knights or we can get White Mushrooms. We ideally would want White Mushrooms because they're a bit faster to deal with, but I can deal with both.
Oh, you've gotten literally every one so
Dude.
far. You've gotten every mushroom spawn so far, including the one that doesn't matter in Deep Jungle. How is this possible?
Like, I don't know what's in the RNG water around here this week.
All right, here we
honestly.
go.
All right. Get your numbers in, chat.
4.
4, so we're all wrong immediately.
5. 3.
3.
I got
one right.
Yeah.
I got a 4 and a 5.
Oh, wait, did
Oh,
you?
nice.
Yeah, but you said like 2, 4,
I
5.
said 2,
didn't you?
4, 5.
Yeah.
So
Oh, you win then.
And this
Why do I
is
win?
Jack in the Box. It's a story item.
Yeah, we had to get the Forget-Me-Not from Sally, and then the Jack in the Box from the chest.
first mushroom spawn we haven't gotten this run.
That's true. It would have been another
Oh,
one.
we
that
got
didn't
another
matter.
one.
What? Come on!
Wow.
We just don't want to get the next one. Like, the next one would really suck.
Yeah.
Or at least the next Black Fungus
With
one.
this luck, surely that won't happen.
Uh-huh.
Gotta talk in the lab again, Dr. Finkelstein.
God, this music's a bop.
Yeah.
Right time of year for it.
Yeah.
Kingdom Hearts is like Sonic. Every now and then, they're gonna miss in some spots, but it won't be in the music.
So
What are you
now we
saying?
need Kingdom Hearts and Knuckles.
Yo, when's that collab? Yoko Shimomura and Michael Jackson? I don't
Oh my gosh. All right, here we go.
All right, please no.
No mushrooms. No
fungus.
mushrooms.
You didn't. Okay,
Okay.
good. So Black Fungus would have really sucked here because they would take forever to defeat. So instead of defeating them, which you need to do in order to interact with this object here, instead of defeating them, you would just leave and come back, which takes time and it takes MP that you really don't want to spare.
Do we know odds for all these mushrooms?
Oh my god! Come on! I think the Black Fungus is like a 30% or something.
Okay.
Maybe it might even be less. I don't quite remember.
Unless your name is Violin, and that's 50.
Are you doing it?
Yeah, you gonna do it?
I'm doing it, but if I fail it, you're buying me dinner.
Yep. Okay. I'm down. Oh, you didn't swing. Okay, hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
that's my fault.
That's on
My
you.
fault.
That's not on me.
That's my fault.
That's on you.
That sounds like dinner to me. I don't know.
No. That was you trying to get a free dinner out of me. So in the private practice room before the Sword and Shield run, I showed Violin the way I would always climb this. That saves 1 second, and he was like, "Oh, this is easy. I'm gonna do it." I'm like, "Cool." Yay! Good job.
I'm buying myself dinner.
Yeah, you are. If you had swung and clanked and fallen, you know, I would have totally done it. But that was on you.
No one ever offers to buy me dinner. Speaking of which, 2400 out of 3000.
We're so
Keep it
close.
coming.
All right. Kind of really sketchy fight here. So 3 enemies that are all, effectively bosses, which is not great. They love to move around really rapidly, and they love to spit projectiles at you, which is also not great. We want to do ground combos because it allows them to use Slapshot for a guaranteed crit, which is also not great because it means you're locked into kind of like these slower finisher animations. Although being on the couch, there's honestly
get
not
off
bad.
the couch,
It-
please?
Well, they're on the couch like us. I can't believe it.
It's kind of like not the worst though because you got to do more slap shots, but honestly the worst of it is now over, so I think this should be a good fight now. But yeah, very nice.
Yeah.
That one can be extremely scary.
Not dying is the main
See,
goal.
Getting up there.
I can just imagine Beryl commentating while Locke is throwing stuff.
Yeah.
I like that they manage to be annoying in every game they're in.
Every time.
And gotta slap that switch. If you forget, it sucks.
Yep.
Because you get all the way down to the bottom of the tower, try to open the door and realize that it's locked, and then you're real sad because you gotta climb all the way back up again.
All right, so coming up is one of the worst fights in the game.
Except it's right this time.
It's been right every time.
So at the start of the fight here, we want to jump into a blizzard on these gargoyles. That'll force them to fly towards us.
That was the jankiest looking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, the camera.
pretty
The camera in this room sucks. You just basically don't touch it.
And then we want to land on a switch in front of Oogie to raise a platform that he's standing on, but not have Donald and Goofy on.
Tap the wrong one.
Well,
So-
Oh man.
but yeah, we want to.
Oh, he's laughing.
We want to press the right switch, but not have Donald and Goofy on the same one because they will steal hits from you. The way this fight works is Oogie has a stagger counter, and once you do 10 hits, he'll push you away. And Donald and Goofy do very little damage.
All right, trying to reflect all these dice. Those were very random. Nice job. That was a hard one. It was a hard pattern.
All right, Oogie, please.
So Oogie loves to kind of like trip you up here. I can't believe Donald didn't end up in the ledge. So again, ground combos now because that quick slap shot attack at the very beginning is going to crit every single time. So it does more damage. You can only get 10 hits in, but then you can get a little bit of chip damage with some fires. But got to get ready for another dice reflect. Nice, that was a good one. Nice and fast. And then Violin wants to make sure not to over damage Oogie here actually.
Yeah, it's like half HP for the gate that you don't want to
so
avoid.
that's why he did some air attacks there so he wouldn't get crits. Because if he over damages him, then Oogie's going to go try to heal. Or not try to, successfully heal. Nice. Another good dice reflect. I really thought he was going to troll you and turn around. So now hopefully he should be able to finish him off right here by doing all guaranteed crits, slightly slower combos, but higher damage since he can only hit him 10 times.
That's fine.
Yeah, he could finish it off with a fire. Good job.
Nice.
Very cool.
So, yeah, having to do an extra dice reflect is not great, but if you actually land the dice reflect, it's less bad. So, good job.
All right, and then I made sure to soft shortcut stop there. So what I mean by soft shortcut is just selecting it in the magic menu, and then the next time you go into the magic menu, you'll be selected on the magic spell that you last had your cursor on.
Yeah, you're prepping your cursor because this is
right.
one of the worst fights in the run. I'm gonna roll, drop all the way down, and then have to just take out every single one of these little purple pimple things. The problem is once you've defeated 3 of them, the manner here gets kind of more aggressive, which really sucks. And on level 1, you would do a strat where you kind of weaken a bunch of these and then try to clean a lot of stuff up at once, but on Proud, that's really slow. So now everything will be more aggressive, so the enemies are going to spawn here. The stop is going to keep them out of the way for a little bit. He's got to re-up it because otherwise they will start attacking him. Now they are going to probably chase, but could potentially not. Get lucky.
Is that the first time we showed stop?
Yes.
Stop's really good.
Yeah, stop is very, very good.
There's
But
a reason it didn't come back later games.
the length of time in which the enemies are frozen is determined by how big your maximum MP is.
I didn't heal. Okay.
You did. You just got hit again. It was really weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice miss jump. Jumping up from below there instead of having to walk around.
Yeah, shout outs to Miss Master 1.
And great job.
Surely the ultimate boss fight where there's the actual boss fight and platforming.
Yeah. Yeah, Oogie Manor is rough.
Yeah, so you do get 2-shotted in Oogie Manor. The health bar around Sora is a little bit misleading visually. It looked like he had more than half health, but actually he had less. So that's why every time I get hit in this category, I'm going to heal. I'm so glad this isn't PS2. On PS2, we would go into critical health on purpose for
Yeah.
Berserk strats, and it's horrible.
Yeah, it's really hard.
Okay, so now we have Neverland coming up. How the game is supposed to work here is Neverland actually has a 70% chance of showing up and a 30% chance of you missing it. But we have allowed a mod made by Denonator, shout outs to Deno, amazing modder, that makes Hookship 100% consistent. because hookship doesn't really add value to the run, and it just makes the game more accessible by having it be consistent. And it's led to a lot quicker development of the speedrun as a whole.
Yeah, because it kind of sucks to, spend 2 hours on a run or an hour and a half or whatever, and then just lose it because you lost 55 seconds.
It loses 46 seconds, and you can miss it multiple times in a row.
All my timings are based on PS3. I still have 55 is longer loads.
But yeah, until we get to Neverland, we have some time for stuff.
Okay, $20 from Luca. The donation message is simply one winged angel plays ominously in the distance. $50 from Grithamore, who says, thanks for such a fun week. Thor donates $100, says, sorry I had to leave early in the week, but I'm having a great time watching your run, Violin. Fine, I'll do it one time for the fans. See what? And then he donated another $25, saying, well, I forgot to add my $100 dono to the Sephiroth incentives. Could you please add that to the pool?
Thank you, Thor.
Yeah, thank you.
$5 from RPP, who says, can you feel the love tonight? It's where we are, and I'm not singing that.
Can you feel the love tonight? There you go.
Clap.
I did it for you, Bob.
It's where we are.
Hey! Y'all got that one for free.
That wasn't really free, but
That's a good point.
See how donates $25 and say, Kingdom Hearts Pop-Tarts? I wonder where they can find the ingredients. Keep up the great work.
I'm considering that also a cereal joke because we were in the breakfast food genre.
And just a quick update. We are sitting at $2,560 out of 300.
3,000.
3,000.
300. Whoa.
Keep it coming.
Yeah. We're going
Alright.
to need some time, folks, for that last incentive, so we're going to need this one.
All right, I can't just say let's go like let's go. Let's go!
Yeah! All right.
Some funny stuff coming up here.
Yeah, this fight on beginner is really cool. I'm proud it's not.
This fight's pretty basic, but we're going to try to do something cool at the start.
Here's Shadow the Hedgehog.
There we go.
Okay, cool.
3 more hits, and then a full combo to start the loop.
Very nice. So every jump swing like that,
And now he's out of the loop, and we're going to try to put him back in.
And
Don't go near the couch. Oh, no.
the dodge.
and at a certain point, so he's just kind of going to do what he wants.
Yeah, you really want Donald and Goofy also to die pretty quickly so they don't mess with it.
Yeah.
So ideally it gets looped from here on out. Every time it kind of explodes like that and Violin's jumping and swinging at the boss, that is a very tight timing to catch the boss before it just ducks underground and is invulnerable.
Yeah, we
There's
were saying
only a
earlier
small window.
the regular shadows are like the worst enemies in Kingdom Hearts, and this is just that but worse.
Yeah, nice job.
Nice.
Honestly, really not bad at all.
Anytime he doesn't duplicate and roll under the ground, it's just, we take it.
Yeah. I believe you were trying to leave to make the white fade out happen faster or something. Yeah. And then what I've always thought was a super fun little menuing thing where you open this trap door, start using a magic so that way you can't ledge grab, and then do a menu before you land in there. And if you were to ever mess up and not open the menu, it actually kind of sucks because one of your party members is then gone. You can't do some of the menu.
We don't have to worry about Peter
Oh, you don't
Pan.
have to? Okay, that's good then.
I didn't mean to do that. So what I did in the menu was I put on Tornado on Goofy as well as Cheer, which will increase our summon duration. We don't have to worry about that till later.
And remember that cheer half an hour from now.
I put on Hurricane Blast as well as Raven's Claw, which we got on Anti-Sora. That increases our strength a bit more.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of stop in this section, especially. Just not only that it's good against these regular enemies, but also bosses.
Yeah, this is a fight that comes just before Captain Hook, and this fight on beginner is kind of a joke for the most part because you use Simba to just destroy a couple of waves and then chase down like a few stragglers. On Proud, it kind of sucks because you just gotta chase everything down and kill it.
Guys, you couldn't finish your job.
They had one job.
So now I imagine we're gonna get our first instance of gravity. Oh well, except ran out of MP.
There it is.
So yeah, gravity, it deals percentage damage. It's effectively like a demi or quarter or whatever in a lot of other Final Fantasy games and stuff.
Oh.
In this game, it deals percentage based on current health. So you want to use gravity on enemies with high amounts of HP right at the beginnings of fights.
I'm gonna room save for
This is a good
safety.
call, yeah.
Because it's the worst fighting to run right here.
Yeah.
It's cool you can just leave the room during the boss fight, and he's like, no, I'll wait. It's fine.
Oh, he is so low to the ground.
Yeah, so stop does stun the boss here. The problem is Hook has a lot of iframes where stopping him, he will keep the iframes and you can't actually deal damage to him. So we're trying to loop him in a way, get a certain opening where we can stop him. And
that sucks.
Yeah,
not good
that's a really
positioning,
bad
yeah.
positioning.
Oh, that also sucks.
That's a funny positioning, though.
I don't want him to be near this.
The cannons, yeah.
This isn't great positioning at all. And then on top of this guy being a jerk,
That was
the Boat Heartless here can heal him at any time if it chooses to.
2,800.
Excellent.
Why?
And he's on the cannon.
That was the combo we
Sure.
wanted to with the finisher and the blizzard.
Yeah, we were set up for
Yeah.
it.
Uh-oh. Oof, that was a scary spot.
This is what Hook does.
Yeah, Captain Hook sucks unless you're playing BBS.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness.
Thanks, Bloody.
Ah,
Come on, Hook.
Okay, we're out of MP, so this gets real scary. All right, good.
Cooperate.
Oh.
this is as bad as it gets.
It's trying to do healing missile too.
Yeah.
You tanked it. You tanked
Nice.
it.
Tanked it, yeah. Yeah, if you're wondering why we don't kill the ship, it's because we'll spawn a new one anyway.
Yeah. You ideally want it to get close enough to get stopped and also help you get
Nice.
MP, but ooh,
Scary fight.
yeah.
Yeah, that fight's actually horrifying.
It's terrible. It's like even on beginner, it's kind of just like it's hard to do, but you're not worried about dying the entire time, and
Right.
it takes a quarter of the time to do.
Even
But
on,
it is the same problems basically.
right. Even on level 1, that fight is way more manageable because we have a stop loop we can do.
Gotta hit the clock a few times. I assume we still pick up the flare here, do we? Okay.
Yeah. And then we also got Fairy Harp, which increases our MP by another +1.
Yeah, that's a Keyblade, so we're going to be switching to that one. It is shorter range, which can be
Yeah.
sometimes a little scary, but should be fine.
Yeah, range is actually a thing that exists in these games.
Yep.
It's something to be aware of.
Yeah, Fairy Harp is just like the best option right now.
Yeah. And we also got Ars Arcanum from Captain Hook, and we got Glide as well, which we will both be equipping.
All very good. We'll be equipping that, and then we forgot to mention earlier, when we left Traverse Town, we kind of left our friends hanging. There's supposed to be like... There's a boss we're supposed to beat up, and like some chores they wanted us to do. We just left them hanging for a good 40 minutes or so, but we're going to take care of that now because we have to.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
gotta help them out.
thankfully we got a warp gummy from Sid way back in Traverse Town 2, and so we can just warp straight back there. Violin's first going to do a quick menu just to put on this Flare G, and you might wonder like why replace an engine that's already there. It turns out the way that the engine power works for gummy ships in this game is it only takes the highest power engine you have on there. That's all it cares about. So you can have like a Holy G and 2 Fire Gs and a Fire G, and it's the same as just having a Holy G on there. So all we care about is the Flare G. The only reason Violin hasn't removed the other Fire G is because it would just take more time to do so.
I'm also grabbing Dumbo here, which we're going to use in the next roll.
And the nice part about ditching our friends and coming back later is we're a much higher level than we're supposed to be for the fight coming up, which can still kill us anyway. So
Proud.
Yeah, this fight coming up is called Opposite Armor, and it gives you access to the Arrow spell, which is something we don't really care about. I'm assuming you don't get Aurora in this category.
We don't get Aurora, but we still use Arrow and
Of course.
Endgame.
Yeah.
some nice movement here to just stop some waves of Heartless from spawning. We ideally only want the Heartless at the top of this roof to spawn in, and then some good positioning and well-placed R's can take out a lot of them.
I thought you were going to get all but the
That was still fine.
yellow
That was
off
still
there.
good.
Yeah, that was good.
Like, you might notice a pattern with enemies where it's like if we catch them right away and we know where they're spawning, things are great. If we give them 1 second to move, yeah.
This is
bad
your
things
reminder.
happen.
This is your reminder to subscribe to RPG Lemon Break on YouTube and hit the bell icon.
Hit it 3 times, so that way you get alerts, get rid of them, and then get them again.
Yeah.
And spawn the boss.
I think we're super close on that incentive.
Yeah.
Just that we don't have a lot of time, but a very quick update, Bob, if you got it.
We are currently sitting at $2,950.
Oh, come on,
Out of
folks.
So close,
3,000.
please.
Come on.
All right, guard armor's dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the first phase where you just quickly take out
Phase.
all the health for one of the pieces, and it just falls. And
Here's
now-
the real fight.
Yep. And the cool thing is this is actually like pretty much the same as the beginner strat because of being here so much later that you're actually hitting maximum damage on both categories.
I don't know what
I
happened.
have
Yeah, that was
news.
Oh.
Good news?
Very good news, everyone. We've met the Sephiroth incentive.
Nice. So we're stuck in some weird iframe
Yeah.
nonsense here.
Yeah, anytime you fight the guard armor or opposite armor, it sucks because it's just like you could just see a piece at 1 HP.
Watch this cutscene skip.
Yeah, you could do it early for some reason. This game is so weird with cutscene skips.
So very weird.
You used to be able to glide up that ledge, but now you can't on 60 FPS.
You can.
So weird.
I'm just bad.
Wait, you can?
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you can.
If,
Oh, wow.
I think you have to jump on the little.
Oh, you got to
fountain
stand from the
step
pond,
now.
though. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just bad.
Or from the fountain.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used to be able to do it without standing on the fountain.
BBS has similar things where you can't roll over certain ledges anymore.
Yeah, this
So-
game lost out on a bunch of those.
Do you want to tell us about this new incentive?
Yeah. I think Violin wants to.
Okay, so for the last incentive, I will be fighting the hardest super boss in the Kingdom Hearts series, Yozora, in Kingdom Hearts 3. On a critical mode, level 1, with all pro codes, Kingdom Key only, blindfolded.
Whoa.
All right, come on, let's look it up, folks.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3, yeah.
Etchy's contribution.
That's what I'm
he's
here for. No,
And in
it-
order to see that, you need to donate $6,000.
I believe in Twitch chat.
Yeah, I do too, but we got to make it happen fast.
It's a treat. You're
got
gonna want
it.
to see it.
Yeah, it's a super cool fight.
It's ridiculous how well Violin has nailed it, and I think he has some surprises up his sleeve for us.
Yep, you gotta pick a time and get that train rolling.
Well, we're going to be heading on over to Hall of Bastion now. So, Bob, if you want to, hear some words from the people trying to make that happen.
Oh, yes. So, $100 from Pharmacist Judge says, thank you for a great week. Can't wait to catch up on the VODs. See you at Desert Bus, Pharmacist Judge. Anonymous donor donates $100 says, thank you for a great week. $40 from Little Symphony, who says, good luck on the run, Violin. Shade Brigade.
Thank you.
And Garrett donates $190 and he says, gosh.
Gorsh.
Bob, save us.
Nope. We have $150 from one of our own Ashen Prime, who says, "This week has been amazing. I'm so proud to have been a part of it. Now let's see what all the hype is about."
Hype?
$6,000. Let's go!
Yeah.
Yep.
We can do it.
So, most iconic world in the series, I'd say.
My favorite.
My favorite Disney movie location. Yeah, so like, this is probably the fastest you're done with like Disney stuff in any Kingdom Hearts game. The last like hour of this run is just kind of their own stuff and a lot more Final Fantasy stuff. So we're in Hall of Bastion now. Some bad things are about to happen, but until then, we can enjoy these final moments with our team.
This is such a weird camera angle.
We can enjoy some neat movements over all these icicles.
Did you know the bubble something?
Did you know you can freeze the bubbles?
Did you know you could freeze
I'm
the
not going to
bubbles?
do that in this category, I'm assuming, unless you need the Mega
Now we
Leap
get to
suit.
watch this heart spin 16 times?
You actually
Why did you
counted?
count that?
Yeah.
Why?
This is a weirdly long
know,
load screen, though. It always has been.
When you've been running this game since... Ignore the squares.
Squares.
Where?
Yeah, so Sora and Donald, Goofy and Donald are gone. Riku basically was like, I have the Keyblade now, and they will follow me. So we don't have a Keyblade anymore. We have a wooden stick, which kind of sucks, but we do have Beast at least.
Yes. So Violin did another one of those soft customizations where he prepped his cursor in the command menu to hover over the gravity spell, so that way it will save that position the next time he goes to open the magic menu when there will be enemies around and you don't want to spend a bunch of time fumbling around to get to the gravity spell.
So Edgy mentioned how I have a wooden sword now. The wooden sword doesn't deal any physical damage, but it still can cast magic. And the magic still does the damage it would normally do with 5 MP. So we're going to be utilizing that gravity there on the one enemy we have to fight.
And I think, I'm not entirely sure about this, but I think in like back on the PS2 Cage one, the wooden
Yeah.
sword actually did tiny
Yeah.
chip damage, which is just kind of funny that
And then they nerfed it.
they straight up, they were like, no, kids, stop. Like, stop just wailing away at things for an hour and a half. That's not what you're supposed to do. So they made it 0, so that way you couldn't do it anymore.
Can you do that again, J-Hobbs?
Nope. I'm not doing what sounded like a Christopher Walken impression, if that's what you're getting at. I heard it too, don't worry.
Yeah, we all did.
The one enemy right here, Gravity, and he's going to mash triangle to try to get Beast to do that.
Excellent.
That's exactly what you want.
Yeah, again, just showing how overpowered gravity is, and especially in a situation where you can't
And
really do
Beast.
damage normally. And Beast.
Yeah.
Beast is a beast.
Yeah, he is a beast, unless he just wants to not do anything.
Not be a
Also
beast.
true.
And funny part, we have to undo the puzzle we just did.
Yeah.
Hi, Beast.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Gets trapped.
Nice knowing you.
He's still running.
He's still trying.
He'll catch up eventually.
Bye.
Leaving him caged like the animal that he is.
Oh, low bro.
Really, dude?
Oh,
Real
there he
low. Yeah, hi Beast. The low blow is that he's called Beast in this game.
Does Proud do the
That's
loop?
like the name.
I forget. Do you do the loop for Riku one? Like the old.
We do we
Like
try to do something.
Okay.
We
I don't
try.
quite remember if this has changed or not. So-
It's very similar to beginner, except you'll see.
okay. I just
Hiding in
wondered
the
if it
corner
was
there
the
to
slapshot
despawn.
sliding dash thing.
Yeah, that room you have to mash a triangle to get Beast to come to you, or else he'll fight the dark balls and not despawn things.
Yeah. I call the Riku 1 strat Ars Hyakanum.
Oh,
You'll see why.
Okay, I know what you're going to do. That's not what I was thinking.
I'm very disappointed in that pun.
It wasn't a pun. Or was it?
Get out.
All right, so Riku 1, the way he works is he has a kind of 3 stagger auto counter. So every time you've staggered him 3 times in a row, he will retaliate. So it looks like Violin's going to be trying to kind of prompt the retaliation as he does in Ars Arcanum to deal a lot of damage. You also ideally can have Donald and Goofy help to deflect Riku and prevent him from moving around.
This works.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That was not the loop I was thinking of.
Oh, bye.
We take it though.
Yeah, I was thinking about the old sliding dash slap shot.
we don't
loop.
use sliding dash anymore.
Okay. I mean, you really only used it for this fight.
Okay, so Donald and Goofy are back.
Yay, and we have the Keyblade, as you may have noticed.
Oh.
And book puzzles.
Book puzzles. There's a lot of puzzles in this section. I'm
Yeah, a
realizing.
lot of
Yeah.
puzzles. We have book puzzles, then we have candle puzzles, and we have statue puzzles.
And we have dealing with the camera puzzles.
That's the biggest puzzle of them all.
That's the never-ending puzzle right there.
But before we finish this puzzle, we're gonna leave. Ignore the squares. We're gonna go to Agrabah because we just got the White Trinity, and there's a White Trinity in the Gengar that we saw earlier. And that's going to have an accessory called Ifrit Belt, and it's going to give us a lot of extra strength.
Okay, I need an explanation. Is this a shiny Gengar, or is this some sort of...
Gigantamax
Gigantamax.
from Sword and Shield.
Is this some sort of like Disney World variant on the
What is this? The Agrabaran? Like
What?
Like because there's like Galarian, like regional variant. Agrabaran.
The Agrabarian.
Gengar. I don't know.
What are the citizens of Agrabah called? Agrabarians?
I don't think that's what it is.
No, that sounds too much like barbarian. The Agrabons. No, let's call them Agrons. That won't be confusing at all.
I call them.
that would be good.
I don't know.
I call them, where the heck are you? You're not in this game.
Yeah. Yeah, Ifrit Belt, very helpful for the strength. And then right back in. And there's actually not a whole lot of save points in this world either, at least easily accessible ones, so that's
Right.
kind of your best time to go get that.
Alright, so we have a second part of this puzzle coming up, and I'm gonna go for a really.
You can say dumb, it's okay.
Really, yeah, really dumb trick made by Liquid Wi-Fi.
It's cool though.
It's called Liquid Glide. Basically, I'm going to glide to the center puzzle piece after lighting the last candle, and I have to do it completely blind. And if I fail it, which is very likely, I will lose 30 seconds, and it only saves 3 seconds.
Yeah, the idea is
Cool.
that if you're kind of already gliding in a little mini cutscene that's going to happen, you will continue to glide in the same direction. You will no longer have any control of your movement, but you will continue to glide. The game will like just hold that input effectively.
Donald Sora, please.
What are you doing?
Please. Please.
Yeah, if
And,
your party members are too close to you, Sora will... Okay, wait, I need to focus.
Yeah.
I believe.
So this is where we go for it. It looked a little low, but maybe. Oh no! Oh no!
Goodbye.
So there's no easy way back up to the top. You have to go into the side room, run up the
Sad.
stairs, go all the way around again. Yeah.
And that is why it's a stupid strat.
Yeah.
I'm so glad we went for it.
Yeah.
I will count that as a death because I died inside a little bit.
It happens.
Are you gonna do at least the little?
Yeah.
Oh!
Little momentum.
Sora got moves.
Tony Hawk would be proud.
Yeah. I just called it the Sean Palmer's snowboarding video game. Thanks to Spike Vegeta. Gotta equip a bunch of stuff and then head on
Unequip
through the story
guard,
door.
put on Ifrit Belt, give Beast White Fang. And I also put on an Ether, an Elixir, an Elixir, and an Ether, and an Ether, specifically in that order to deal with the next couple fights. That's how meticulous our item routing is.
Yeah, this game holds whatever order you put the items in rather than lumping all of the same items together like it does in Kingdom Hearts 2 and later.
And we're going to the lift stop, and there's a common theme in the lift stop, and that's more squares.
Why?
I don't know. We're gonna stare at Vern here a little bit.
Vern's cute.
The idea there is you need to kind of wait to manipulate the AI to attack you back on the stairs as opposed to attacking you when you're gliding over.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have to fight it. Very nice. Because you need a blue menu to open this chest, which has a Haste 2G in it. It is a gummy piece that is going to speed up the gummy missions quite a bit. We used to instead despawn the Heartless for this section in a different way, just to avoid fighting them. We'd usually have to fight like 2 of them.
All right, and now we're on this giant elevator. We're going to be waiting for 3 wizards to spawn. Hopefully Goofy takes care of one of them with Tornado, and I will take care of the other 2. But things don't always go as planned.
And hopefully Donald won't cast magic
I'm
on
also
these
going to
wizards.
preset. I'm also presetting the bottom ether, Dumbo, and Arrow for Maleficent.
How you doing, Goof?
What a goofy guy.
Okay,
He's
that's
doing it.
Tornado. I didn't hear it die, but I don't know if it was just because the other one.
Donald!
Donald.
You jerk.
Classic Donald.
He just wanted you to have more MP.
That's not even the worst thing he could have done.
Thanks for blizzarding the switch.
Yeah, it turns out Goofy Tornado pretty good. But he just doesn't always want to use it at times. Thankfully he did here, but yeah, Donald stopping is very annoying.
Goofy is objectively the best party member in this game.
Right. And now we're going to go get a blue Trinity. It's going to have 2 cottages and a Mega Elixir.
Yeah, this is the like highest value Trinity in the game practically. And it's just a blue one.
And what a cottage does is it refills your entire party's MP and HP. So basically what a Mega Elixir does, but you can only use it in while you have a blue menu.
Yeah, you have to use it like from your actual pause menu as opposed to being able to equip it as an item in your inventory.
These squares, man.
All right, so we have our first Dumbo skip coming up. So basically, we're going to summon Dumbo in this section, and when you dismiss Dumbo, you actually sort of kind of flips up a little bit, and because of that, and the fact that Dumbo his height can be raised, it's just a mechanic of how Dumbo works, we can actually skip going around a portion of the tower by dismissing, grabbing that ledge, getting up there, and not getting blocked by a wyvern.
The wizard almost sniped.
Yeah, it did. I heard the spell coming. I was really scared. But that was great. So that just saved like a solid 30 seconds or something, 30 or 45 seconds. All in all, there's going to be 3 Dumbo skips, and they save about a minute and a half.
Yeah, essentially, if we have the option to skip a fight, we're going to skip a fight.
Yeah.
I need to focus here, but you guys can commentate.
Yeah, so Maleficent is pretty tough. On beginner, she's kind of a joke. On other categories, she sucks.
That's...
Oh boy.
It should be.
It might be okay. It might not have been early enough. Or it might not have been fun.
Maybe.
Alright, so ours has iframes, and we're just trying to use them to figure out.
I'm gonna take a death because I want to show you guys how it actually is supposed to work. Can I?
The defenders might kill you faster.
Yeah, she's not supposed to stagger.
Okay.
She's not supposed to stagger that easily.
Yeah, so
I'm not supposed to do a finisher there.
Right. So the thing about Maleficent is that she will not do all of her worst attacks if you don't hit her with a finisher generally. So what you want to do is just hit her a little bit, prompt her to kind of do an attack, then use Ars Arcanum. The first half of ours has iframes, as Pestilus was mentioning, so you can avoid her little staff swipe or whatever while dealing a lot of damage. It does take 3 MP though, so you want to weave in some regular hits as well in order to get some MP back. And he's going to throw an ether here in order to use more. Goofy is also using a bunch of tornadoes, which is really helpful. So now things are going to spawn. You can only do it for like so long before she will start retaliating. Meteors suck, but Arrow is going to help not take nearly as much damage back. And as long as she doesn't teleport, that's good. Yeah, so that's how the fight's supposed to go.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you've seen other Kingdom Hearts runs, you probably hear things like revenge value. That's not really a thing in this game. I don't really understand how retaliation works. It's just like enemy by enemy type thing.
It is, and staggering is often a very common part of it.
Yeah.
And now we have the best fight in the game.
Putting the bottom 3 abilities on Donald, one of them is Cheer, which increases summon duration. And then I also put on an Elixir and a Mega Elixir.
So for a long time on Proud Mode, the way that this fight worked is you put on EXP 0 and you use Genie, and you just kept moving Dragon Maleficent in a circle and dealing damage with the use of a glitch. But it doesn't work that way anymore because runners have gotten so good, they instead took the beginner strat and adapted it for Proud and Standard. So all of these item usages and the number of hits that Violin is doing in every combo are very specific because he wants to keep Maleficent locked in place as much as possible. She will break out every now and then, and that is intentional because if you lock someone up and stop for too long, the game has a mechanic that lets them force break their way out of it. This is looking great so far. Violin's just getting in a ton of damage, hoping for some crits and stuff too, I believe.
Yeah, for head moving just a tiny bit is a good thing.
Yep, this is looking great. You use so many items in this fight in order to make this strat work. That was incredible.
That just looked like the beginner fight, pretty much.
It's just like a 3 times as long beginner fight, which makes it like basically 3 times as hard.
Yeah.
So
and it's already a hard strat in beginner, honestly.
It's so cool.
It's very cool.
Also, note for later, we just got Mushu from that fight.
Ooh.
Yeah, that will come in handy.
Yeah.
The amount of MP that Violin has right now means that stop does a bit better than like if he were still down at 4 MP or whatever. It does a lot better, actually. And that's probably the main reason I'm assuming that you have the MP at this point.
Right.
These squares, man.
Just ignore this. What squares? What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
If you've wondered what a Square Enix looks like.
Hey. And the boss gauntlet's not over. We got Riku 2 coming up now.
Oh, yeah.
The Riku Ansem fight. This is also effectively the same as the beginner strat, but you know, hard because you will die a lot easier, and it's easy to die in beginner in this fight even, and you have to do it for longer because you're not going to deal as much damage. So there's kind of a couple phases to this fight. In the beginning, Violin's going to be using some Ars Arcanums, but again, first kind of prompting Riku to retaliate so he stays in place and eats a bunch of damage. Then he's going to run himself practically all the way out of MP until Riku powers up. And then after this, he's going to be trying to loop him. That was a really good stagger. So if he does this right, he can get a full, I think, 5 hits. He's going for extremely difficult version of this.
Nice.
Where
Done really well, yeah.
second hit
Beautiful.
staggers him. That was perfect. That was like actually, I think, practically a gold split fight, right?
Yeah, that was really clean.
Yeah.
I could not get that in practice at all.
Yeah,
This
I
week.
didn't have
yeah.
time to even explain the whole thing.
I cannot express.
Yeah, can you go back and just run back?
Yeah.
I can't express how difficult those air combos
Yeah,
are.
so
Yep.
it's kind of, if you think back to the Anti-Sora, how he had to jump and hit Anti-Sora with a very specific timings to stagger him. It's that same concept, but here, Violin has to do that, and it's even tighter, I would say, than Anti-Sora. And on top of that, instead of jumping and doing a single hit to time it, he was actually doing one hit early enough that his second hit in the combo would be the timing hit, which is just ridiculous because you're no longer just trying to go off of a cue of exactly when you need to stagger them, but what does it take to do 2 hits and it would stagger? It's absurd.
Yeah. The air combos in this game, it's important to know he doesn't mash out anything.
Yeah.
It's very strict timing with a jump at a very minimum height. And like if you mash in such a way, you know you're doing it right when Sora just doesn't go up or down at all. He just hovers forever. It's insane.
Anyways, this is the real skill-based
If
game.
I don't,
Yep.
if I don't get bonkless, this run is invalid.
I agree.
Yep.
By the way, while we waddle heal, it might be good to throw it back to Bob.
We got to see Bonkless first, and then
Okay.
and then.
Don't bonk the Albert.
So ideally, don't want Donald to bonk
Come
here.
on, come on, come on.
Come on.
Nice, good job, good job. All right, that was Bonkless.
Valid run.
The sound you thought you heard that might have been a bonk
didn't
is
happen.
actually his footstep.
Yeah.
Don't get alarmed.
I'm not even kidding. That's what it is. But yeah, we're gonna do some plot stuff now. Get a cool keyblade and stuff. So Bob, if you want to read out some lovely donations from folks, hopefully donating towards that incentive.
But I thought you said it was bobless.
No, actually, it was hopless.
All right,
we don't
we
fight
are
hop.
sitting at just $1,800 out of the $6,000 that we need in order to fight Blindfolded Yozora. So get your donations in now. We are ticking down on the time for that. And let's talk about some of the donations we've gotten in towards that. One of our own volunteers, Sporadic Erratic, donates $100 and says, okay, I gotta donate again for Blindfolded Yozora fight incentive. Like, oh my gosh, let's go Twitch chat, 100K. Hey!
Yeah.
We're so close.
Let's please make that happen because it's like the pinnacle of hard things in Kingdom Hearts speedrunning.
Schultnheim donates $205.12 and says, RPGLB holds a very personal place in my heart. Nami helps give me a voice to speak for myself The marathon gives me a place where I truly belong. Thank you to each and every one of you for making this possible, and you can bet I'll be back for more.
I was gonna say we must be doing the Oathkeeper cutscene after.
We're doing the Oathkeeper cutscene in English.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of course, so yeah,
Gotcha.
in English, yeah.
So yeah, there was an incentive earlier, folks, to unlock a glitched Oathkeeper cutscene. It would have happened right there. We're doing it after the run. Don't
I
worry.
have a save for that.
Yeah.
Picking up Mushu. You will see what Mushu can do.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, do we love that dragon.
And again, what is the Yozora fight? It's not just blindfolded. It is
Level 1 critical mode. All pro codes.
Which are hard modifiers.
Yes.
And
Difficulty
like
modifiers.
no items, no Koopa coins, that kind of
Kingdom
stuff.
key only.
essentially, the fight will last forever, and he cannot get hit.
You're extending the marathon if you make this happen.
It's true. Yeah. Giving us more time to hit that 100K.
But yeah, going to be traveling back to Hollow Bastion now. The only thing of note really is that after a certain point in the Gummy mission, Violin's going to be able to quit out of it because you're going to have effectively just done enough where since our last place left was Hollow Bastion, it lets you warp back there. It's a really weird thing that is, it's not as like simple as just, oh, quit out of this thing. It actually works specifically because of the way the order like we leave worlds. But other than that, we're putting on the Haste 2G for faster acceleration.
Symmetry kind of close enough.
I gotta give you a 7 out of 10 for the ship design.
Yeah, not as good. But Bob, you go ahead and do your thing.
Jim B donates $25. Says, dang, you're gonna fight the guy from Tetsuya Nomura's Final Fantasy Versus 13? We have $500.
Woo! Great.
From the man, the myth, the legend, Paul Axel, who just says, Yozora, please. Sonic Shadow Silver donates $50.
Hey,
Says,
Sonic.
good luck with the end game, Violin. I can't wait for the super boss incentives like Sephiroth and Blindfolded Yozora.
Hi, Sonic.
Hello.
Mr. Manny donates 50.
Manny.
Hey, Manny.
Hello, RPG Limit Break.
Hi. Hello.
The Kingdom Hearts speedrunning community has been such an amazing home for me for 6 years now, so it's always awesome to have it at great events such as this. This is going to Blindfolded Yozora because, of course, Viola,
my
I'm
eyes.
sorry, Violin will absolutely nail it.
Wait, I missed that.
And then $20 from Bruce, who says, I heard Yozora's kind of a wimp.
You want to say that to his face?
Yeah, I was gonna say, you be the judge, make it happen, and then we'll
Yeah.
find out.
All right, we have a lengthy menu here.
I just want to say that last boost thing you picked up goes pretty hard.
Yeah.
The gummy ship. That was fast.
It's also like kind of scary in a couple spots on
It's, it's so easy to use it and then walk into a wall.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
crash into the wall, it'll almost kill you, and then you'll die from like something else. Actually, it might
Nice.
even one-shot you. I'm proud.
I have a really tight cycle to make right here.
Let's see it.
Yeah, jumping off that platform as early as possible to not get a ledge grab, but still land. Got to go pick up another Mega Elixir. And then can we land here?
Oh, easy.
Nice, yeah, good
There we
job.
go.
Very nice. That's good
Very
platform.
nice. That platforming in this game way harder than Mario.
Yeah. So now he also prepped Dumbo again because he's going to come up, spawn an enemy so that you can use the summon because you can't use summons out of battle in this game, and jump up onto the specific pedestal. You can Dumbo, as I said, can rise up in the air, but only a set limit above whatever platform you summon from, or rather you are hovering over. And as a result, you dismiss, you can grab that ledge just barely, and as long as you don't get hit by a fireball, which you're not, you just come all the way over here and get scared from that taking a long time to despawn.
Yeah.
And people might be wondering why I didn't do that in the first visit, and that's because that switch is actually inactive until you finish the library and the emblem puzzle.
Yeah, and I think people even like found that if you somehow were able to get on this elevator, there'd be an invisible wall anyways, or something like
Also,
that.
I am positioning Beast here on this specific triangle. Hopefully he jumps towards the middle and kills everything in one roar. That is the goal.
Come on, Beast.
Let's see it.
but it is
You can
a
do
little
it.
reliant on RNG.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
No, he got air bumped in. Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
He kind of made up
That's
a little bit.
Eh. I'm going to
Ooh,
blame
Good job,
Goofy.
Goofy.
yeah, this is all Goofy's fault. He yucked it up.
Uh-huh.
I knew it was coming, and I still.
I always know it's coming.
Yeah.
Just that dead face.
Me when I don't kill any enemies.
Oh boy.
Oh, jeez.
We're gonna come up on another Dumbo skip. It's gonna be the exact same location as the first one.
Well,
that Violin
before
did.
that.
Oh, that's right. It's Proud. We gotta go get another accessory.
Yeah. Ignore him. Ignore him.
I can't
I pretend I
ignore
do
it
not
when you
see.
tell me to
Somebody
ignore it.
count all the blue squares and donate $1 for every blue square.
Yeah.
That's a lot of dollars right there.
So we gotta take the elevator up to then glide down to a hidden item over here.
Yeah, what goes up must come down.
Yeah. There's a lot of elevators here.
Yeah. This place is so
few.
confusing normally. Then use gravity on the platform to bring it down and get an item. This
And
is
that is Royal Crown. When I say Royal Crown, you're supposed to say, ooh.
Ooh, I don't know what that does.
The
It
club.
Wrong game.
it
What
gives
Royal
you a
Crown
bunch
does.
of MP basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll kind of allow Violin to have a strength-based setup and a magic-based setup as we go into the late game.
Yeah. And
Or
we'll be
the end
swapping
game.
between the two.
But that Dumbo skip is the same location, but some of the enemies are actually different, so it can be different. But I don't think there's a wizard, if I remember correctly, so in some
Right.
ways that one's almost easier. But the wyvern can still mess you up. So. Standing on the save point there to refill all of the health and MP.
I'm not looking.
Somebody's got their calculator
Wait,
out.
what?
Adding.
Wait, what are you not looking at?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
2,000.
Third of the way
Come
there,
on.
folks.
Before we fight Behemoth here, we're actually going to come over here and grab Oblivion. Before we grab Oblivion, I'm going to use a fire here to... Okay. Going to do a fire there to set up my orange MP bar to be as high as possible before swapping to Oblivion. And that'll allow me to do another R's in this fight earlier than I would have if I didn't do that fire.
And Oblivion's one of the best strength keyblades in the
Yeah.
game, so it's very worth picking up so that ours can really wreck this horn.
This is every speedrunner's favorite fight. If it does not look as it is as jank as it looks. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, this one's weird. You got to know exactly how to dodge roll these lightning bolts here, and sometimes you get unlucky and another one's in your path anyways. And then you got to spend your time healing and your MP healing instead of using it on Ars Arcanum.
Yeah, and you just fall all the time, and it's really obnoxious.
So many of those whiffed because of just positioning and stuff.
Oh man.
That's rough. Yeah, ground-based heal, that's how you know it's scary. Then backing off, because when Behemoth lurches back like that, you actually take damage. Using Ars Arcanum quickly enough to avoid the purple orbs that were spawning, and then actually staying on a specific point of Behemoth there in order to follow the leap instead of falling off, even though it meant that he took a hit.
That's fine.
And then we had to fight. So Behemoth will return 2 more times, but after this point, it is no longer considered a quote-unquote boss and more a regular heartless enemy.
Right.
And that matters for reasons that we'll get into later.
Also, wait for it.
Hold.
Holding.
By the way, this line is trademarked by Biscuit047.
Also, if you're wondering where the Japanese text speed comes in, it's here.
It's definitely one of the spots. That means...
Here we go. I cannot skip this cutscene because this cutscene is an unskippable cutscene that I cannot skip because it is unskippable.
There we go, good job.
Good job.
He said the thing.
And let's throw it over to Bob.
Okay, let's see. Siri donates $54 and says, Kingdom Hearts is light. $20 from Old Man Jables that says, let's limit break this event and get that blindfolded run for Nami. $15 from Lone Wolf Marcus twice. First saying, tease. The second one saying, keep on keeping on, Violin. We love you.
Thank you.
$50 from Tora Baito, who said, struggling with depression and imposter syndrome, I greatly appreciate the people around me and support me, reminding me that I am worth it, even though it is sometimes hard to see it myself. I love what you guys are doing here. Thank you so much. Jason LaRose donates $100 and says, more. Wait, no, that's not the Billy Idol song. Anyway, more. 100K is right there. Let's do this.
Yeah. We're so close.
No.
Please.
We want to
Come
see.
on, audience, let's do this.
Wake up!
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
I would like to see Kingdom Hearts 3 in this marathon, guys.
I heard if we hit 100,000, Violin will fight Yozora with the wooden sword from Kingdom Hearts 1.
Wouldn't promise that one.
Okay, so I just did a menu there. What I did was I swapped back to Oathkeeper. I put on the Omega Arch, which increases our strength a little bit. And I took off Tornado on Goofy, put his bottom 3 abilities on, one of which is MP Gift, which lets him trade 2 MP in order to give us 3 MP. That's going to be very important. And I also put on MP Rage on Donald. That's whatever.
We also just got Faraga from the
Yes.
princesses there, which is pretty handy.
It's very strong with the right MP setup.
Oh, yeah.
But when I was alluding to Goofy being the best party member, MP Gift is so busted.
Yeah.
If you think it's busted
It's
in this
something.
game, you should see KH1E.
Oh yeah.
Oh, boy.
So in KH1 English, Ars Arcanum only costs 2 MP instead of 3.
We're talking about the PS2 version, by the way.
Yeah. And Goofy's MP gift, I think, only cost him 1 MP,
Oh,
and,
it's so
and still gave you 3.
Oh
so
my god.
yeah, so
That's
you would get
wild.
an Rs and a half for every 1 Goofy MP. It's absurd.
That is crazy.
At the low price of watching all the cutscenes.
Yep, at the low price of 2.5 hours of your life.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a lot of really garbage fights, kind of.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of these enemies.
Yeah,
throughout
so
this section.
Invisibles have something that we haven't really talked about much because Violence just kept constantly skipping them. These things called desperation moves. If you've heard us commentate Kingdom Hearts runs before, we talk about them in pretty much every game. Desperation moves are these big attacks that generally the boss is invulnerable for and also can deal a lot of damage. Invisibles are the only Heartless that we kind of, or not the only one, but they're a Heartless that we kind of consider having a DM, where they love to make themselves invulnerable and they can slow everything down. So ideally you try to catch them with gravities, because it hits a wider area, it does a big chunk of damage, and it will, it'll stun the enemy effectively and prevent them from doing that. Now, Angel Stars have a very similar thing where they can block they can put up their wings and block themselves. That was a good finisher there. I don't think you're gonna get blocked.
You
Yeah.
just spawned another one. though.
Oh, it did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Angel Stars can duplicate. It's just cool things that Angel Stars can do, and why they're the scariest enemy in level 1 runs.
Oh, you not picking up that money really upsets me.
I'm with you, Etchy. We just got another item there. I think that one was an elixir.
Yeah, that was an Elixir Kingdom Key. Okay. We don't want Kingdom Key on, not until Yozora.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
We're going to skip this cottage, actually, because we just don't need it.
I have a $157 donation from Pharmacist Judge. It just says, I counted the squares.
Oh my god.
Wow, thank you.
Kudos.
The hero we needed.
He's
All
another
right,
one of
so
these.
yeah, Behemoth here is now a regular enemy, so gravity works way better on it. Again, using a bunch of gravities at the beginning because the higher the current health of the enemy, the more damage gravity is going to do. And then once it gets low enough and you kind of run out of MP, you just jump on the back and start using Ars Arcanum and all these physical attacks as well.
Yeah, ours really shredded there, did a ton of damage.
So now hopefully should be able to finish this off right here. Just has to wait a little bit because the boss actually, the horn will just, you'll clank off of it. Yeah, it's actually invulnerable for a little while.
Oh, well, hey there.
Gosh.
Yo.
I'm also going to be swapping back to the magic build here, but I'm going to put on Royal Crown instead of... Actually, hold on. I'm going to put on Oathkeeper, put on Royal Crown over Raven's Claw, and that's going to give us 9 MP, which will allow us to clear some waves with Simba and do some very strong fires in the upcoming fights.
Yeah, because I don't think we talked about it, but Oathkeeper also gives you extra MP. I believe it gives you +2.
Yes.
And Oblivion subtracts 1, I think.
Oathkeeper also not only gives you more MP, but also comes with like an extra cheer.
Yeah, that's right. It does buff summons.
Yeah.
So the reason cheer was going on all the party members is mostly for this fight. You use Simba right at the beginning. And Simba's meter, basically how much you can charge him up and how long he'll last, are based on a few things. Cheers, that are an ability of your party members, things like Oathkeeper, and your maximum MP. So that's why we switched over to the mage build, so that we could get as big of a bar as possible. You're going to see in the top right corner, it's going to be pretty big. Then it's going to do 2 little ticks of the Keyblade there to reset the AI for all of the enemies, so they start their attack over. That sucks.
That's fine.
Yeah, I think
That's so close.
absolutely
too.
I'll leave and come back. That was really unfortunate. So thankfully, all that's going to cost is the time of like the summon animation and everything, and 3 MP. So it's not the end of the world. It just kind of sucks. It is like a 30-second.
That's an obligatory. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it was really coming for you, just charging out of nowhere.
Yeah. Generally, though, when you do 2 ticks, you'll reset their attack pattern so that you have just enough time to get a full charge off, which will completely wipe out the wave of enemies. And then there's multiple waves here. And because of like the time it takes for them to spawn in, you have enough time to fully charge for every single one of these waves.
Yeah, but that last one was just enemies buying you some time for those donations.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Let's make it happen, chat. Donate to Yozora.
Again, this is the final incentive, and it's the coolest thing ever, so make sure you do it.
Speaking of donations, points at bottom right-hand corner of screen.
Ooh, we're getting close to
95.
95,000.
Oh, man.
So this fight is also another reason why you want magic, because those 3 enemies that were spawned a second ago, if you finish them off with physical hits, they'll actually split off into a bunch of enemies. But if you use magic instead, they'll just die. And then the Aqua Tanks, using gravity on them is really good because you not only hit them, you can also hit the small enemies and then finish them off with fire. So that was actually a really good Atlantica portal.
Yeah.
And if you leave before the white flash of light, you have to do the fight again.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Free Mega Elixir, thanks, Pooh.
Thanks, Boo.
Even though we did nothing for him.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the only reason we had to do the Olympus Coliseum and Atlantica portals, by the way, is because we never finished those worlds. We never sealed the keyhole. So losing MP there from an accidental stop isn't great, but the main thing is you want Arrow for safety and then Gravity to be able to constantly like try to catch these invisibles. If health weren't so low, that would have been
play safe.
Yeah, that would have been a really good situation to be in if his health were higher. Nice Gale drop.
Oh.
Thanks.
The health orbs, yeah.
Another elixir right here.
2,800.
Keep it coming.
We're almost halfway, chat, and we're getting close to the end of this.
Yeah, we're running out of time. We do have the other incentives after, but still.
This is the last world in the game.
Those incentives are going to go faster than you think.
Yep.
If you've been watching, if you've been enjoying, if you've been laughing, you've been crying,
Alright,
maybe
so-
toss in $5. All I'm saying.
I just put on EXP 0. You might be wondering, why am I doing? Why do I not want to gain EXP?
I
You'll see
wonder.
why. So I'm doing a full combo there to set up a glitch called damage storage, which essentially keeps our damage multiplier for magics and summons. and you'll see what happens.
Yeah, watch the health bar on this.
Legendary Mushu. Mushu Des.
Whoops.
Oh,
I wanna
fly,
go-
please.
Oh,
Yeah, so that health bar.
yeah.
I could do more damage.
And it's dead. Good job. So EXP 0, from what I understand, is going to stay on for the rest of the game now.
Yep.
So we're done gaining experience. Now, you might be thinking, wow, I never knew Mushu was so OP. He's not. What's OP is that the damage storage glitch that Violin talked about, again, using a finisher with EXP 0 on before summoning things, puts effectively a ×2 multiplier on every single hit, or a times something multiplier. And that is what causes that to do so much damage. It applies to your fires, it applies to like really all your magic for the most part, and it applies to other summon attacks as well.
And we technically had the ability to throw EXP 0 on at any point in the run. The problem is, unlike in future Kingdom Hearts games, in this one, all bosses give you experience.
Yeah.
And we really wanted that experience so we could get our stats to a point where the double buff damage can really do a lot here.
In fact, Proud Mode used to use EXP 0 in a lot of places throughout the run, and they kept getting routed out and out so that way things could be faster from having more experience and higher levels.
So after killing the behemoth there, I went to the Heartless emblem to give myself more time to open that menu. Because if you're standing in the middle of the arena, you have less time to open that menu. It has to be like a frame perfect pause.
It's a weird 60 FPS thing. And
Also,
now, bunch of Dark Balls?
yeah, one of the worst fights in the game.
Yeah, so this is a bunch of waves of enemies. It's like 7 waves of enemies or something. It starts off with a round of Dark Balls here, which are some of the worst enemies to deal with at higher difficulties because they do a ton of damage. And thankfully, you can just use a bunch of fires to get rid of them because we have a magic-based build.
I can't see anything.
Okay, that whiffed. It's fine.
Okay,
Good
that's
catch.
fine,
You
that's
got
fine.
literally all of them.
Yeah.
So
Amazing.
Violin is going to try to deal enough damage to kill everything, but not do it until they're like unstopped, basically. Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
There we
Very
go. So
good.
now needs to make sure that both party members are alive. He has 3 MP, and he's as close to that door as possible. So that way he can summon Simba. And if you saw what happened in the Olympus Coliseum portal, we're going to try to do the exact same thing on the final, I think, 5 waves of this fight. But
Yeah.
it is very scary at the beginning here because the first wave has already spawned. So we're going to see. You're good,
Nice.
you're good. Okay.
All
So
right.
now it should be good from here, hopefully. There is one wave that you can decide to take a safety measure on sometimes, but I'm guessing you're not going to.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And this is where the cheers really come in, because after this, the 2 cheers mean we'll have just enough left over for Simba's MP to be able to do another full charge.
That little bit of orange bar was
And
just
then
enough.
At the end of this fight, if you hit this emblem, it actually loads in this part faster.
Are you just making that up?
No, I'm being serious.
That's actually
That's
a thing?
actually
Are
a
you
thing.
serious?
Wow.
I'm serious.
I don't believe you.
I thought you were trying to
being
pull one
serious.
over.
Okay, I believe you.
I only believe you because this is Kingdom Hearts 1.
I understood that reference.
But yeah, that was a really good fight. It can go extremely scary, and also the Invisibles, I don't think a single one DM'd you, which is absurd.
Yeah, I don't even know how.
And now we're heading into the final fights, folks. So really got to get those donations in, put them to the Yozora
Push.
incentive. We want to see that. We want to make it happen. And now we've got Ansem 1 coming up. Ansem 1 is a super scary and horrible fight. And it sucks to deal with on beginner. But on Proud, we've seen this once before.
Yeah, the worst thing on beginner is just this horrible terrain to fight Ansem on. It's just this weird slope of the beach, but not a problem for a good buddy here, Mushu.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how Proud ends up being faster than beginner in some of these endgame fights just because it has access to EXP 0. The one thing is, there are ways to break the damage storage. So for example, if like Violin were to guard something, that would break the damage storage. Or to like do another swing or something like that. And if you get really unlucky with patterns, you can have to dodge roll some attacks, and it's really easy to like accidentally guard one of them, and then suddenly you broke your damage storage and you're having a bad day.
The last menu of the run, all those mega elixirs we've been saving up are on right now.
All right.
Also switch back to our strength base build.
Back to our good buddy Dark Side.
And we have a few more ways to deal with them than we did before.
Yeah. Just a few.
Yeah, those two R's, you get just enough time to
Nice.
kill him with the air hits before he can retreat. Well done.
Yeah, so left with a little bit more time, Darkseid would have lifted its hands up and wouldn't have been able to hit it anymore. Now we get Ansem 2. If all goes well, we never see him DM. It's very hard to get a DM skip on Proud, let alone, like, I mean, it's hard on beginner. He's going to be trying to provoke these attacks where, not attacks, but the defensive mechanism from the boss, and then get around behind him and attack. And he's having to respond to everything Ansem 2 is doing here. Now he's going for a specific set of combos to try to get the DM skip. He got a stagger in what we were looking for, so that's really good. This is a good sign. We might be able to skip the big desperation move. Has to be able to pay attention to whether that's going to happen or not. Good dodge roll on the submit. That would have really sucked.
Looks good.
And now in ours Arcanum.
Real good.
He was too close to the wall, so he didn't get
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is what we were trying to avoid, but it's like avoiding one of them, like not getting it twice is already kind of a really impressive feat. Trying to avoid both of them is so tough on Proud mode. And that's it. It's Ansem 2. Off we go to Ansem 3 next. Ansem 3 sucks.
Yeah.
It's a really rough fight on higher difficulties. On like beginner, it's not that bad because you just kind of tank everything with Leaf Bracer, but we don't have that here.
Oh.
So,
Oh boy.
Wait, I have to die because I need to set up damage storage.
okay,
All right.
I'm not supposed to get hit there.
okay.
Yeah, like Cobb said earlier, like getting hit can mess with damage storage,
Yeah.
blocking things can mess with damage storage. It's like anything other than getting the finisher off and backing off
There we
can
go.
screw with it.
Oh, I didn't know you could get it on a parry. So damage storage applies to fire, like we said before. So Faraga here with the damage storage multiplier on it is going to do a lot of damage. So Violin's going to stand in a roughly safe spot to keep doing this on. Ideally, like, he has to keep repositioning himself. It's scary. Has to keep repositioning himself because of how fire keeps pushing him back.
HP gate right here. I want to be under half a bar right here. Or over half a bar. So he doesn't go into his last phase. And then I need to despawn these bats that he just summoned by being far away enough.
Again, look at all of the items we're using for this kind of fight. Like,
All this positioning is so specific, because if your positioning's off a little bit, he spawns a bunch of enemies that'll chase you around. He'll spawn some more lasers that'll chase you all over the place.
yeah, a few fires have whiffed here and there, but that's kind of to be expected. But there's a lot of damage now to have to deal with while lasers are going to start spawning soon.
Looks
So
good.
Violin's trying to finish him before the lasers
Nice.
spawn. Good job, right before.
Let's go.
And then going to try to do a dodge roll at a specific time here as well
Okay.
to get a faster fade to black there, basically. Skip that cutscene. It was really cool. Now we go into our first of an escalating set of dark rooms here. We get a bunch of shadows. This is pretty easy. The only like kind of thing about it is that you are just trying to go as fast as possible, right? So use Ars Arcanum, and it will
Behind shadows.
take out shadows in about 2 hits, and you just kind of hope that it hits a bunch of stuff around you.
So you can just keep hitting that thing there to get more MP back.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he's going to do that after pretty
This
much every fight.
This fight is sus.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
fight... Hey, you know how we kept saying, like, fights were one of the worst in the game? This is one of the worst fights in the run. Immediate knockback, that's weird.
That always happens.
Oh, does it? Okay, I'm just misremembering then.
Yeah, all these things shoot all sorts of projectiles at you. And you're just hoping that you, with some of these finishers, you can get to hit multiple of them at once, and ideally take them all out with one finisher.
He's going to constantly be re-upping arrow. Again, in beginner mode, you'd have an ability called Leaf Bracer that lets you heal through damage. we don't have that on Proud, so he can get hit while trying to cure and just be dead.
Also, Arrow just doesn't last very long because we only have 3 MP. Or sorry, 5 MP.
Yeah, it's a little more
Yeah.
than 3, but yeah, not a lot.
And here's kind of the conceits of what's going on here as we start to get our party members back as some of these phases go. So we have Goofy back, which means we have MP Gift back, and they'd really like him to use it, Goof. Thank you.
Oof. The R strat here, that's really sketchy. That's cool.
Oops.
Again, our magic isn't going to do as much damage at this point because of having a lower maximum MP, but the physical attacks are going to do a lot.
And Dark Balls are a pain.
No Mega Ether. Oh wait, there's
You got
one.
one. Yeah.
We'll
Better
take
than
it.
0.
It is better than 0.
And
He's
that's fine. This is actually the worst fight in the game coming up.
Yeah.
Like,
Excited.
no memes.
No memes.
yeah,
Worst
the
one so
face fight.
far.
Yeah.
Face fight here, you will get 1 shot by some attacks, I believe, and 2 shot by pretty much everything else, unless you've got Arrow up. And he's also going for R strats because they're super cool, super fun, and super fast. So you can actually land on the face, use R's Arcanum, and then just like hope you don't fall off. Get a little bit of extra damage in. Has to back off whenever these lasers are going to come up so you can heal, refresh his MP, and start doing things again. You ideally want Goofy to just constantly send you a stream of MP. There's an MP gift, for example. That's how he just got 3 MP back. And then, yeah, that big, like, that big burst of light attack is what can
Nice.
one-shot you.
That was the best face fight I've ever had.
That was so
That was
good.
insane.
Awesome.
You've had like 2 gold-worthy fights on 2 really hard fights to get golds on. Like, and then heading into the worst of the 3 dark rooms, the Invisibles. So you hope they all come at you. You use stop and magnets, and or sorry, stop and gravities.
Magnet.
And
I wish we had Magnet in this
Yeah.
That'd
game.
be amazing.
and you try to kill all of them without any of them DMing, and that went really well.
Yeah.
Had to use
That
2
was over
stops,
so
but
fast.
yeah.
That's close to as good as it can get.
4,000.
Close, chat.
Keep it coming. We're running short on time. Gotta go.
All right, we got our second to last fight here. This is just going to be a quick little, we're just excising this tumor.
I love the face on this guy.
It's very Halloweeny, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's very pumpkaboo,
Yeah.
if I'm being honest.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting more free MP off
Speaking
those
of-
hits.
All right. Very difficult strat coming up.
Yeah, we got our final boss strat. What this used to look like is you kind of sat through a lot of the fight and did any damage storage, used EXP0 with Mushu, but instead now you do that sketchy jump.
Yeah, super precise.
Yeah.
And not even like Violin was explaining this before, but like the camera positioning matters, the exact spot you land on matters, just all that stuff.
He manipulated how Donald and Goofy were going to move. He manipulated how the lasers were going to spawn so that they didn't hit Donald or Goofy because you need both party members alive to summon. He used an aerial combo, like an air jump, instead of...
Oh, no, that's bad.
Oh, no.
I might die here.
I believe. Come on, Mushu.
Let's go,
You might not get
Mushu.
pushed back far enough fast enough.
Oh.
One more time. It just gives us more time to
More
explain
time to
it.
donate.
Go
And more time to
again,
donate.
again, go.
So when he lands to be able to jump and do an air combo, so that way he's not stuck in the longer animation time of the finisher that you would be stuck in from being like up in the air using the actual flying, ability in the game. Because you would have to wait for the whole finisher, then you could descend to the ground, then land, then use summon Mushu, because you can't summon him in midair. 2 to go. 2,000.
Oh my god.
So hopefully
Let's
this
go,
one
Check
Let's
should
go.
Kill.
Let's go.
4,500. Let's go, Jack!
Time coming up.
Mushu.
Get ready on time.
And time.
Time.
Right under estimate. Let's go.
Nice.
Violin.
Good stuff.
Awesome.
The GOAT.
Really great run.
Awesome.
All right, and now if you try to close this game, normally it says there was an error or whatnot. Now the game wants to work, probably.
This PC's too good.
5,100.
You got some time during these fights, but they're going to go quicker than
We
you
got
think.
some juicy incentives, but you gotta go. You gotta go.
It's not a lot of time. So coming up first, I imagine is going to be unknown. Mm-hmm. Okay.
While we're loading into that, do you want to
Oh
do
wait,
some
what about
donations?
the cutscene?
Oh yeah.
Are you doing
We're
cutscene
gonna do
first?
that after because I have to switch to the English version. for that.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Okay. Yeah, so while we're loading into the unknown fight, you want to hit us up with some quick ones, Bob?
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. Let's talk about some of these people that are helping us to get towards this donation. Schottenheim, $500. Cliffhangers, bah! Let's give this marathon the happy ending it deserves. Sharky, $500. Take my energy. Man Bear Paradox, $500. Yeah. Go Wolf, $500. Puzzle.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Come on, I just gave you all my energy. Come on. Smitty the Llama Boy, $300. I haven't donated yet this week. Getting a bit more in before the end.
All right, into the unknown fight we go.
Spoilers.
Is that a Frozen reference?
No.
Yeah, this is actually Olaf
Into the
in
unknown.
the hood. So.
So as
That
you
explains
can see,
a lot.
as you can see, I am on level 1. I have 8 MP because I have Spellbinder equipped, which gives us some extra MP. I have Royal Crown and Omega Arch on as well. Or no, is that Ray? I think that's Ray of Light.
More MP. That's what
More
matters.
MP.
Yeah, I really like the size contrast between the HP and the MP here.
Right. And the way level 1 works is the higher the battle level, the higher up your defense is scaled. So because of that, I can take 2 hits before I die. So 3 hits will kill me.
Yeah, even though you don't have second chance, it's just a weird quirk of how EXP0 works for this game. Because there was no EXP0 in any PS2 version of this game. It was added for the PS3 port, so they kind of had to try to do some balance to it.
Yeah.
So if we want to do a timer, we could do it on cutscene skip.
Sure. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. So the unknown fight. Spoilers. It's Xemnas.
Whoa! But we don't know who that is yet.
Whoa! So he's summoning right here exclusively to get your party members out of this fight. Because the only way that this is even really doable at level 1 is to not have them mess things up. What Violin is going to be trying to do is constantly loop this boss fight for almost the entire thing. The way that's going to work, ideally, is going to be getting a gravity off, which kind of doesn't do a ton of damage, but forces the boss to get into this weird stun lock animation. And even though more of our damage, I believe, is coming from strength, it's still why we want as much MP as possible, is so that way you have more MP for gravities, you have more MP for summons, because each of them costs 3 as well. So then after getting a gravity landed, he has to back up a specific amount while doing the gravity so that he baits this orb attack. Then jump over the orb attack, which is really easy to accidentally mess up and get hit by. That was scary.
Oh boy.
Then needs to hit Xemnas with a finisher. And you have just enough time to sneak in 2 extra swings, which helps build up your orange MP bar just enough to keep getting gravities off. Because otherwise you would run out of MP. Now, if you've also been keeping a close eye on this fight, you might have noticed that orange bar for Simba in the top right is ticking down. It's ticking down. It's going to run out soon. This boss fight is not almost over yet. So we're actually not going to exclusively use Simba in this. We're going to have to use a second summon. We're into the last phase here of the boss.
And I dismiss Simba so that Donald can heal me right here if I get hit again. Thank you, Donald.
Yay, Donald.
And now we're going to have to go into another summon. So we need to get our MP back with an elixir, go into a summon, and then going to have to try to dodge these lasers. Going to be using Genie because Genie is another summon that you can use attacks during and just ignore everything that Genie actually does. Got to roll around to dodge the lasers, and then the trickiest part of this fight is whenever you're trying to catch Xemnas into the loop to begin with. And yeah,
That was unfortunate.
Yep.
that could just happen.
Yeah. I was stuck between his DM and his laser.
Yep. And we couldn't even see half of it because of just the particles on screen and Genie and stuff.
That just means 2.5 more minutes to donate. To get to
Absolutely.
level K. Get Yozora.
Yozora.
Yozora, please. Again, blindfolded, level 1, no shoes, wooden sword, I don't know, all this stuff.
Difficulty modifiers on top of it.
Every dollar helps, Switch Chat.
Yeah.
$500 to go on that.
Oh my
500?
god.
Oh my
So
god,
close.
so close.
Every dollar helps. Let's go.
All right, in we go again. And honestly, like, Violin got him in the loop very quickly last time, and gets it even quicker this time. So that's really great. Ooh, close. Close to 100K,
Come
close to
on.
Yozora. I cannot stress how, like, how easy it is to mess up the spacing in this fight. This fight is more about spacing than anything else, I would even say, to a degree. Jumping back using that gravity. If you don't jump high enough, you're going to cancel your gravity by landing. If you jump too high, you're going to wait too long and you're not going to catch the boss, or it's going to like try to use another move. If you are too close, he won't use the orbs. If you're too far away, he won't use the orbs. Or you won't be able to reach him. If you don't jump high enough on your way back, you'll get hit.
You're being timed. What are you doing?
I know. I want to take in this moment.
Do you remember where you were in the loop? Okay.
So not only have we hit $100,000, we're getting blindfolded!
Donald, please. Ooh, thank you, Donald.
All right, here we go. Item, Genie. He's mashing out as hard as he can.
boy.
This is going to be really scary.
This is rough.
This is it.
This is going to be extremely scary coming out of this summon. I'm assuming he's basically just going to mash dodge roll.
I don't know.
This is scary.
This
Maybe
is
mash
real
up
rough.
here.
Maybe. I don't know.
Genio.
Wait, I have an idea.
Oh!
It was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
If he was an
Not
inch,
fast enough.
if he was an inch further away. Yeah, that was super scary. So like we were getting at, it's really hard to catch him back after after the DM, like after the phase transition, and you have to dismiss the first summon and everything, because he loves to spam those lasers and he loves to attack you with the lightsabers, not lightsabers.
I mean, they are lightsabers.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's be honest.
It's Disney.
It's Disney.
fine.
They own it
Are
now.
they allowed to? Yeah.
They own it now. It's their lightsabers.
Okay, this is the one.
Yeah. By the way, this is the easiest of the three, folks.
Yes. By far, actually. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
You'll catch him at least. That's good. Yeah. Oof, that was a good adjustment. Like, most people aren't gonna be able to tell, but I could tell.
Like, even these air combos are harder than they look. Just doing the 2 with the 1 and the 3, and like it's the finisher that causes the loop to keep going. And Violin's just trying to get as many hits in as he possibly can before he has to get the extra summon off.
This already looks very hard.
Yeah, every little chunk of yellow or of orange bar. See, like the reason they used a different attack there was just because Violin was like a little bit further away, probably. That's how tight it is. At this point, we're just all tense and
I
watching.
know.
Yeah, if you see just how close he's riding to being out of MP, like this entire loop, that's why every single one of those swings matters. And you can really only get 5 max.
All right, Simba's gone.
Donald
coming in
good
close.
job,
Yeah, but
Donald.
that was early.
We need
He might get
another
hit
one,
again.
Donald.
Uh-oh.
Donald's
How
going
about
to heal
Donald?
himself. Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Come on.
Okay.
This looks better.
This is
Okay.
better.
It's better.
Come on.
He is near you, though.
Yeah.
But you didn't get hit beforehand, which is good. Fun fact, voiced by Homer Simpson in the English version.
Oh.
Oh.
This will be
That's ridiculous. I don't normally have this much trouble with it.
Yeah, but it's always the same spot. Like I hope that's really exemplifying for people just how brutal that second phase is, or that last phase.
You got this.
Once you get into the flow of it, it'll be fine. It's just that transition period is tough.
Also, level 1 in this game kind of sucks, by the way.
Yeah.
It's so hard that when I did this back in 2016, after like as an incentive for the beginner run, I played a level 1 file up to this boss fight and no further. Because you can do this actually before you beat the game. And I hated it so much. I did not want to do one more second than I needed to.
Do not blame you.
He's going to be kind of near the wall. Okay, now you're
Okay, nice adjustment.
Yeah, walls are kind of like the never-ending enemy in Kingdom Hearts speedruns.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's why they try to get rid of them.
Yeah, I'm glad they did for like Kingdom Hearts 3 Data Org stuff. It's great.
Should be close now.
No.
It's good because we're close to not building enough MP back for gravity. Okay, good.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, the problem is that dodge roll.
Donald.
Oh my god.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is scary
I
now.
fumbled my menu.
So Violin's almost certainly going to get hit right out of this. So he'll be back down to 1 HP.
Oh.
Unless.
Commit to dodge. Oh no. Okay, good heal. It's not over yet, folks, though.
Come on.
That should be it.
Good. Okay, we're back in it.
Nice.
Oh, please.
Oh, I don't love how close we are to these pipes.
Hey, that was the hypest heal I've ever seen.
That was good.
Not getting hit out of the summon there was clutch. Like the
There
way
we go.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's time. Woo.
And that was the easiest boss.
Yeah.
All right.
It gets harder from here.
Let's go.
And we get some EXP thing, which we're on level 1, so we don't need that.
Yeah, I forgot.
What a great
It gives
reward.
you, like,
And we get a
EXP.
piece of paper with some words on it.
Ooh.
All right, time to load another save.
So the next incentive is level 1 Sephiroth, but I am adding another bonus challenge on top of that.
Is it playing in window mode?
Absolutely.
I'm guessing you're gonna try to go itemless.
No.
No. Okay, good. Okay, good. I was gonna say, please don't.
Just look at my MP bar.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna fight Sephiroth with 1 winged angel, no accessories, which puts us down to 1 MP.
Easy.
Never seen you lose these,
Let's do it.
except in the practice room a little bit ago.
Kayfabe,
right.
J-Hobbs, kayfabe.
I'm not gonna be saying anything.
Okay, start the timer.
Now.
If you're enjoying any of these incentive fights, you can still donate. Still time.
Okay, so Sephiroth is weird because level 1 is weird. So just like with Unknown, he is going to be able to take 3 hits, or rather, he can take 2. The third one would kill him. Sephiroth has a retaliation based on a stagger count, just like we talked about back in like Riku 1, and we didn't even get the time to talk about it in Riku 2, but it existed there too. Every time Violin does 4 hits in a row, Sephiroth will break out and like teleport away or attack or do something. Generally teleport away and then decide to do a thing. If he ever doesn't hit him 4 times before Sephiroth does something else, then that kind of gets added to a number. It just gets added to a counter. So that was 4 hits in a row, so Sephiroth did something, our counter's back to 0.
Yeah, phase 1, it's not too crazy yet. It's a bunch of dodging around, slicing at you, the fire pillar move. The problem with the fire pillar move is you usually get hit twice, which is a pain when you have this much HP.
Yeah, unless you can dodge roll out.
That was weird.
Yeah,
That
okay,
was
so
very
that
weird.
time Violin didn't get 4 hits because Sephiroth kind of did something in the middle. So now, if he is unable to get 4 again, which he is, Sephiroth's going to break out on the next hit. Because there's a 7-hit, like, kind of... Yeah, see, he did an attack.
Yeah.
And, yes, he had to just use a grounded heal
boy.
there, which gives you a few extra iframes to survive that. But yeah, Sephiroth has just this weird mechanic with the way he'll retaliate. Yeah, same kind of thing. Going to try to roll away and then maybe heal.
Ooh.
There we go.
Knife dodge.
I'm so tense watching this.
Yeah, we're in a constant cycle here of just trying
Okay.
to get MP back.
We're in second phase of 3 now. So now he'll do the Descend Heartless Angel move that takes away all your health and MP.
And
But,
we-
you know, we don't have that much of that anyway. So
yeah,
it's
we
fine.
honestly want to see that move, because that's the easiest move to retaliate against.
Yep.
He'll just hold still and let us whack on him.
Yeah, so it's completely counterintuitive to what everybody remembered as a kid. Okay, out of MP, so got to throw an item here. Doesn't have many item slots at all, by the way. I think only 3.
Yep.
That was the first of 3 items. Good dodging. Okay, so this is his Omni Slash move. Violin dodges this in what is a ridiculous way by jumping over Sephiroth to begin with to keep, like, kind of repositioning where he's aiming and then doing dodge rolls back and forth and getting a parry to get extra iframes. Yeah, those fast slashes are extremely obnoxious because you're generally just going to take them. Like, Kingdom Hearts 2 is all about finding a bunch of ways to never get hit. Kingdom Hearts 1 is about surviving because you are absolutely going to get hit. Another Omni Slash here, jumps over, dodge roll under him, dodge roll back towards him again, and then a jump parry. Very nice. The alternative to doing that is using Strike Raid, which you need more than 1 MP for. Okay.
Oh boy.
Again, using grounded heals instead of jumping in the air and using heal, because
That's
even
bad.
though the animation is faster jumping up in the air, or you get control again sooner, being on the ground gives you a few more iframes at times.
Okay, that's what we want to see.
He's probably close to phase 3 at this point.
Could be.
I would hope so.
Another Omni Slash. Once we do get to phase 3, he can actually do 2 of these back to back, which is really fun.
So much fun.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I cannot believe just jumping over the
Here we
Omni
go.
Slash.
There we go.
This is phase 3. I know. I didn't know. So phase 3 is the worst and hardest phase. Who would have guessed? Got to jump over a bunch of meteors here.
No biggie.
That's unfortunate. Thankfully, only the outermost meteor can hit us. So he just has to dodge roll that one when you're up against the wall like this. And then wants to dodge through this attack as well.
Yeah, these Dark Balls are the main reason phase 3 sucks.
Yeah, and he also just loves to do that like upwards wind attack thing a lot more as well, and it's not great.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we want.
Yep, more of that, please.
Every single time you just see him standing still there and casting something, that's exactly the right thing. I believe Violin's back down to 1 item as well, so having to pay very close attention to his MP.
Yeah, those Dark Balls are just not fun to try to dodge while he's attacking you.
Okay, got enough back for a heal. Good. Oh, spam that all you want, baby.
Spam it.
Terrifying.
Ugh.
Okay, Omni Slash.
Oh boy.
Yeah. He wasn't able to get the jump at the beginning because of how close Sephiroth was when he started the Omni Slash, and that, yeah.
I should have dodge rolled through that first slash.
Yeah, that's the kind of like just on the fly adjustment you have to make, which is absurd. This kind of like pressure.
I'm pretty sure he was like one combo away from dying.
I feel like he had to have been close. I was worried we were going to get a second meteor, but other than that. All right, round 2. Also note, because this is in the Coliseum, it actually spent those items. Thankfully, he has a few to spare, but not a ton. Nice whiff. Okay. Yeah, every now and then Violin is going to forego getting the 4-hit auto counter in order to intentionally try to bait a Fire Pillar attack. That way he can kind of back off and reset a bit.
Yeah.
Stupid Fire Pillars. Nice. Dodging the teleport, like, jump swipe is... It's just a hard read. Like, that's really all it is. You can't know it's coming or not. Okay, he's at 4, I think.
Yeah. Oh, second phase.
Okay, cool. So he retaliated out of 3 hits there because it was a 7 total since he'd been, since he'd, like, done a retaliation.
He's being very mean right now.
Fire Pillars are extremely slow. They're thankfully not like the worst thing to deal with, at least, because you can usually punish whatever the next attack is, but... All of those hits there were not adding to that like internal stagger counter that I was talking about, which is something that Violin has to keep track of in his head if he wants to be able to do this fight even remotely safely. Oh, that was lucky placement on the pillars. Okay, more of this. Yeah, thankfully when he does that teleport into the dash swipe, he'll often do it again, so you'll generally be pretty safe, but it's still scary every time. He's probably pretty close to 3rd phase at this point. There it is.
All right.
Right on cue.
Good.
More of that, please.
Less of that.
So I'll see this 5 times in a row. Come on.
I saw
Okay.
it 5 times.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't heal after that. What I should have done is, wait, let me check my
Items?
items. I should have healed I should have done a 3-hit combo to push him away.
Yeah. That or just like
I
you
played
could
risky.
have even tanked and thrown an elixir or something.
Right.
Yeah, like a lot of secret bosses in this series, it's just very possible to get wombo comboed in a way that's very hard to react to.
I think I'm warmed up now.
Yeah, especially
Got this.
since he doesn't have... Violin doesn't have our stable abilities of Second Chance, Once More, Leaf Bracer. Allow us to take a few hints, make sure we get our cure off.
Yeah, all we've got to work with are the weird, like, EXP0 mechanics and some iframes. That was incredible.
And if you haven't noticed yet, we don't even have Scan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Can't get scan on level 1.
Okay.
Oh, was that 7?
If you give him enough time, he'll
Oh,
just
that's
do
right.
that.
Yeah. Nice.
So that's what I should have done earlier.
Yeah. It's just so tempting to get the maximum punish whenever he does
Yeah, exactly.
the stand still move.
I mean, just look at him. You want to whack the guy. Ugh.
Oh, nice parry.
KH Superboss is being mad aggressive this marathon.
Oh, what?
Okay.
What? You were out of
Cheater.
range.
Okay. No, we don't want to do Phil Cup.
You're bad enough without cheating, Sephiroth. Come on.
It sucks too because there's times where like throwing an item could have saved Violin or something, but if you're too liberal with your items in the early phases, you'll run out at the end, and you'll force yourself into situations where literally the only way to survive is to throw an item, and it's it's really hard.
Yeah, nothing about this is easy.
And the next boss is even harder.
The next boss you can't see.
Man. Yeah, I'd also argue this iteration of Sephiroth's a lot harder than his KH2 variant.
Oh, yeah.
Just because KH2, you have so many more tools
Yeah.
to deal with them.
Especially because in the original version of this, you didn't have Leaf Bracer to like be able to heal through things, which helps a lot more if you're not at level 1.
Yeah, imagine if we had Reflect in this game.
Oh,
Boy.
this is still scary.
Oh,
Thank you,
Okay.
iframes. That was
take it.
just because of iframes from being hit and staying in a grounded animation. That's why he does those grounded heals.
Yeah.
This sucks. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So we're doing $50 for a fire pillar, right?
Also, one of my viewers pointed out, whenever he's doing that Heartless Angel move, he's saying my name. if you listen out.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to listen now, I guess.
I think it's next hit, right? Yeah.
No, not the Fire Pillar move, the Heartless Angel move.
No. I was just talking about his counter. Oh, Violin.
Oh my gosh. They knew.
Yeah, I could have sworn whenever Sora does summons, it sounds like he's saying Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, he does. Yeah, I remember this.
Good dodge. Good adaptation, learning from the first one.
Yep.
Yep. We're leveling up in real life now. Fine.
Oh, that was terrifying.
That sword is way too long.
I was gonna say, Sephiroth, it doesn't need to be that long, all right? You don't need to overcompensate. It's fine. Just in case anyone's curious, there's no iframes on your jump.
I'll write that down.
Could
yeah.
you imagine?
Just jumping in the right spot. Well, there are in Elden Ring.
Oh. Yeah, but Elden Ring doesn't have level 1 Sephiroth fights, so we're fine.
You're good. That was a good option.
Okay.
Okay, phase 3.
All right, let's see it.
That's fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Opens the meteor.
It's very cool looking.
It is, and it's not even a scary attack, so it's good.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
It's scary.
It's
so-
pretty easy to not dodge one of these.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's definitely not as scary as some of the others, but yeah.
I'd
As
say
a Yozora,
even,
maybe.
I'd say even his basic like swing attack is a good like 6 out of 10 on the scary skill.
This. That was basically up to
boy.
chance.
Yeah.
Oh come on,
This is bad.
this is
I
Yeah.
don't know what to.
Yeah. You parried like 2 attacks.
I did this in front of Hobbs today.
I know. Twitch chat, I think Violin needs your help.
Yes.
Send me your energy.
Needs some hearts in chat,
Send
everybody.
the energy.
Hearts. Send your violins in chat.
That's good luck. Anytime he does the fire pillar and you just happen to be in between 2 of them is just lucky and really nice.
Yeah, you can correct me if I'm wrong, Hobbs, but it feels like this is one of those fights where you can know everything and there's still a little bit of luck involved.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Like Violin could have. What Violin was trying to do in that last one was like prompt a retaliation that he could heal off of. And if he had not gotten parried because of like Sephiroth choosing a different attack, or if Sephiroth had just chosen a different attack to begin with rather than chase him down, he would have survived and like been able to keep fighting.
Yeah, I'm sorry I passed on my Superboss luck, Violin.
Sephiroth just doesn't want the stream down.
Exactly.
Yeah, more time to donate to a great cause.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to give up his place on screen either. He doesn't want to get upstaged by Yozora.
He's like, what do you mean there's a bigger, badder guy than me? Say that to my face.
Okay.
So second
Take
phase.
those.
Yes, that's 4 now, I think.
I think so.
So he'll retaliate right there, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Okay. Rude.
This is scary now.
Very rude.
Okay, thank you for jumping.
No, thank you for the
fine.
fire.
Oh, come on.
This item, yeah.
Troll.
Thank you for jumping again.
Okay. Cool.
He's gonna Omni Slash.
All good.
Yep,
All good. All good.
got this. More of that.
And the freebie.
Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
3 hits. All right, that's where you want to be at all times. Full health, full orange bar, full blue bar.
Ooh, iframes.
Come on. Thank you.
Nice.
Nice. Oh.
Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's less okay.
Oh, I love that extra second of iframes
Yep.
on the cure.
Super clutch iframes.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, jeez.
And the freebie, good.
Oh.
That was terrifying.
Violin's got this.
More of the good vibes, chat.
Give us that phase
stop.
3. Okay, there it is.
Okay.
This is it.
Phase 3. Fine.
The problem is he
That's
can get
fine.
you stuck in a heal loop here.
Yeah.
We can get an item up here if we want.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe item after. You could tank the orb and item if you want, but... Nice. Okay, good.
Very cool.
So the item applies after getting hit there because of the timing in which Violin used it. Good rule.
Okay.
Stop with the orbs. Needs
those
the MP, so he
stupid
has to go
orbs.
for hits here.
Oh, I hate those
Okay.
orbs so much.
Thank you. Thank you for jumping.
Very nice.
All
very
right.
nice.
Say it with me, chat. Thank you for jumping.
That uppercut is the
And the
scariest
freebie.
thing.
Come on.
Yes.
Yes,
More of
yes.
those.
More. Do it again. Yeah.
Yes!
Come on.
Yeah, let's go!
4 times. 4 times.
Come
Yeah! 5 times. Yeah! 6 times.
Go!
Ah.
on. Good dodge.
Yeah! That's
Yes!
Oh my god.
First try.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so now
So-
for something harder.
Now for the hard one.
That was really mean.
Well, we
First,
have the
yeah.
Oathkeeper Cutching Glaive.
Oh, true, true.
Oh my god.
We gotta take it down. Take it
yeah.
easy a bit. Breathe.
Let's
Can
breathe
we-
for a second.
Can we transition away from the gameplay so I can log into my other account real quick?
We'll be right back, folks.
Thank you.
Nope.
Nope.
Now that was something to watch. Get another round of applause.
J-Hub wants your attention.
Look, I've been told I'm too loud, so I moved the microphone away, all right? James was over there giving me commentary tips. When's he ever done hosting? We got $600 from Schottenheim. Take my energy, Violin. Take it and smack Yozora into next week! $20 from River, who says, I've missed RPG LB these last few years, and this week has proven why. Thanks for the amazing marathon. And Pumpkaroo donates $500 and just says, boo.
If we could.
there it is.
There we go.
Okay.
We're back.
All right, let's mellow out a bit.
Yeah, let's have fun.
So
Yeah, let's relax.
as you'll notice,
breather.
as you'll notice quickly, something's going to be different.
okay.
And I hid this from Hobbs.
Okay.
Not only am I showcasing a cutscene glitch, I'm also showcasing a really cool mod from the modding community.
Oh no.
Oh. Are you like Shrek or something? Is
Wait,
that-
why does that say and Jack? Oh no. Oh no.
So I'm also using the Kingdom Hearts retranslated mod. What this mod is a very talented group of modders and voice actors took the entire script of Kingdom Hearts 1, fed it through Google Translate a few times, and then revoiced the entire game with the translated script.
Oh no.
No.
We might want to turn up the audio for the audience so they can hear, but yeah, I don't know.
Oh boy.
So how this glitch works is you can even do this at home. Stand on this rock, and you have to be on 60 FPS or above, and then just dodge roll up and to the left into the water. And that'll happen.
Yeah, if you get that little landing during this and you're standing inside of Kyrie's hitbox,
And Sora will do a bunch of things completely on his own. I'm not going to be touching the controller at all. And we're going to have some new audio.
The lights at the end of the pit.
This is a story about Grandma, right?
That's the context. We are together.
Do you know what's going on? I looked for you everywhere.
I don't know what's going on.
You're always by my
That was
side.
sliding dash.
Kiri, we are finally together.
Eerie.
Time to bring Riku back.
Do you think the same thing will happen again among us?
Among Us.
Yes, Tony.
You saved me when I became organless. Do you
I'm not touching anything.
lost in the dark?
I'm not doing anything.
Couldn't find a way. As I stumbled around in the dark, I started to forget something. My friend, who I am. Darkness engulfs me. But then I heard a voice. His voice. It brought me back.
Well, I don't want to forget you. I cannot do it.
That's it.
That was a
Our hearts are
glitch,
connected.
which I don't have equipped right now.
And the light in our hearts breaks through the darkness. I see light. I think it saved me. No matter how dark it is, the light shines in it. I don't think it's just a fake tale.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, they got one.
I can't go.
Why?
It's too dangerous.
This part is a byproduct of the mod. That's not supposed.
Come on, Sora. So far, we have been united. You can't go alone.
Kiri, even if you're not there, you're not alone, right?
I was thinking he
Can't
looks
you
like
help?
Tarzan.
You don't get in my way.
Understood. You succeeded.
Yep.
That's my lucky charm.
He's in the
Sure
back
to
there.
take it home.
Don't worry, to do it.
Promise?
Yes.
Don't forget, wherever I go, I will always know you.
Something like that.
Something like that.
And that was the Oathkeeper cutscene.
All right, thanks.
If you would like to try out the entire mod for yourself, you can find it on Nexus Mods, which it covers the entire game. So
Yeah.
it's really, really funny.
Do you want to heal Goofy real quick?
Oh.
Stupid!
All right.
Come on!
After all the MP gifting he did, that's his reward. All right,
All right, time for Yozora.
time for the hard part.
Yeah, let's go.
Violin 20 minutes ago, Goofy is the best party member.
Okay.
It's ridiculous.
All right.
All right, we've got some time. I'm going to do a couple of quick donations.
Sure.
Man Bear Paradox donates $500. Thank you very much. James Picard 007, one of our own here on site. $50, a little something for charity. And then Dowolf donates $200. It says, spam this mandolin to help violin.
This game is definitely a little bit louder, it seems.
Yeah.
Little bit.
That's just how KH3 always is at the start.
It's so loud.
So we're doing the Secret Boss Yozora fight. This is specifically in the after you clear the limit cut episode and do all the bosses, you unlock this boss fight. It is the hardest fight in the game. So if you're not familiar with all the stuff we're doing here, it's because it was added like a year after the game came out as part of the DLC.
Oh, I forgot to do one thing. Can we cut it away for like 30 seconds? I promise.
I know exactly what you need to do. Thank you.
Look at them donation incentives, chat.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's very loud.
Yeah, can we get the
Oh,
game
boy.
audio brought down for all of us, I think? It's significantly louder than the previous one. I think this is better.
That's
Yeah.
a lot better.
All right, you can bring it back.
Yeah.
All right, so he's just loading a save to be able to go to the Yozora fight.
Okay, so before I put on these noise-canceling headphones, as you can see, I'm on level 1. Important abilities to keep in track of: block, obviously, counter kick because it gives me iframes. As for my combat moves, I'm using quick slash, flash step, aerial sweep, aerial dive. All of those are like distance closers. I'm using last charge.
Last charge is a really good finisher.
High jump, double flight, which lets you double jump, dodge roll, 3 air slides, glide. As you can see, I have 0 EXP on and scan, so you guys can see the health. Combo master will let me continue my combo even if some attacks don't land. I'm also using, ignore that. I'm using all 13 pro codes, which brings me to the default stats, default level 1 stats. I have 0 defense. My HP and MP is going to be constantly decreasing over time until a certain point. I can't use shot locks. I can't cure. I can't use items. I can't use links, which are summons in this game. I can't use form changes or grand magic, attractions, team attacks. And me having a Kupo coin doesn't... what a Kupo coin is supposed to do is revive you when you die, but it's not going to work. And ability limit is 30, so I can only put on 30 abilities.
So yeah, all that to say, this is really hard.
Yeah.
And I'm
And he's
playing it
using
blindfolded.
and Kingdom Key.
And Kingdom Key.
Kingdom Q.
This is hard enough on level 99.
Yeah.
It's hard enough on like standard.
All right, here we go. So Violin's going to be putting on some noise-canceling headphones so that way he can't hear us, basically. Just so that way we can actually talk about the fight without distracting him. The blindfold is on.
Yeah, obviously Violin knows the most about this fight between all of us. He will not be able to commentate though. We're going to do our best. Violin went over this with us 7 hours ago, and we've been talking for the last 7 hours, so we'll see what we can do.
Yeah. All right.
I'm very excited for this.
Just checking to make sure all the audio is working. Getting all the volume in. Okay.
Got the okay from Violin.
Violin, can
Sounds
you hear
good to me.
Sounds like you can't.
2, 1, go!
All right, here we go.
Yozora, Dylan Sprouse. So, this fight, there's so many different attacks that can come out during this fight, and you can even get instant DMs. Didn't happen there. Violin's obviously using audio cues to get through all this.
Oh, very rough.
That's what can happen.
Yeah.
So the red lasers you can block, the blue lasers you cannot.
Let's do this.
Yes.
That's true with every attack in this fight. Anything that's blue, he's going to have to dodge instead of block. And all that's just trying to memorize patterns, because he obviously can't see it.
Nice try.
Whenever, so he's going to constantly just kind of wail on the boss whenever he's able to punish and try to deal up to 3 combos. But the boss is always going to break out before the end of the 3rd combo, pretty much always. So whenever that happens, he's going to just back up and get some space.
Earlier you saw that diagonal kick move, that's counter kick. It's incredibly good for a lot of these data fights. basically a really long attack that does a lot of little attacks, so it's really useful for catching enemies in their weak spots or their openings, while also giving you a lot of iframes.
Violin has just memorized the timing on all of these. He knows that he can also close the gap with his combos thanks to Combo Master. This last charge finisher deals damage based on your magic stat, but it doesn't really matter here because look at that MP in the bottom right. But it is a really useful attack. It kind of like helps kind of stagger bosses really well. And it's fast.
The lock-on's doing a lot of work, just making sure he's always oriented towards the boss, and he's always oriented where he needs to be blocking attacks or trying to dodge away from.
It just sets up his camera like perfectly for a lot of scenarios.
So after this attack, like he's first of all just gonna have to try to dodge this. He's using Thundaga there in order to stagger the boss. He knows he can only use, I think, 3 Thundagas before the 4th one would put him into MP charge, which would mean he couldn't use any spells for a while. One of the pro codes makes his MP charge take twice as long, by the way.
This is the attack that steals items.
Yeah, he will reliably use this after the pyramid attack.
Yep.
So he can't use items anyways.
Yeah,
but,
so it doesn't matter.
But you still don't want to get hit by it because it will also deal damage.
Yep.
At least if you're above 1 HP, it's kind of weird.
Again, all these attacks have their own kind of unique audio cues, so Violin's using that and all of his experience to react appropriately.
And again, when he hears the boss break out of his combos, he's going to dash away. I like to call this the Blade Charge move because it looks like Blade Charge from BBS.
It does.
Also, at a certain point, this fight will change phases, and a lot of the attacks, if not every single one of them, changes.
Yep.
And he can pull from every move in his repertoire once he DMs, which we should have a couple more HP bars before he does that.
But he kind of can just decide to do it if he wants.
Yeah,
so.
he can.
He can lead the fight with it. It's great.
And if he does, you're just in phase 2 the entire fight, which would suck.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but phase 1, most of these attacks are built around the red beams or him doing this delayed combo with the slices.
So during the Blade Charge attack, he actually dodges towards Yozora at one point, so that way he can dodge away from him from a different attack and still be close enough to punish.
And you'll often see him throw out a random empty hit just to try to time whatever dodge he wants to do in retaliation.
So you're going to do the Thundaga pretty soon here.
Yep. So now that got him down to exactly 0 MP because of an ability he has equipped. So the next Thundaga he knows will put him into MP charge.
And he's going to use that during the DM to make things easier for him and timeouts when the MP comes back.
Right now he's dodging the item stealing attack.
Got this.
Glide being very helpful for that. It does get very close though. It is pretty scary.
Got this.
And this is the way he dodges this is just by being locked on and holding left. It just means you always dodge it. So
well,
again, very important to
one
be
hopes.
locked in. Yeah.
One can hope.
Yeah.
Okay, that laser attack can get very scary in phase 2, because phase 2 he starts mixing up that one where you can block it and another one where you can't because of the blue lasers he'll put into it. So Violin, I'm assuming is doing some of these dodging now to be prepare for the next phase whenever that happens.
Anytime you see Sora glow red, by the way, that means he got a perfect guard, which was extremely tight timing. It actually gives you some extra damage, but I don't know that that matters very much on level 1.
Any little bit helps.
That's true.
You're done.
This is a long fight.
Is that the Keyblade stealing
2
move?
dodges here.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's unguardable.
That's the Keyblade stealing one. You can't guard it. Yeah.
So we're not going to see it, but he can steal your Keyblade and use it against you. It's really cool.
Yep, it's a really cool attack. It takes a really long time. It's hard enough to dodge when you can see it. So we'd rather not be hit by it.
Blade Charge again. So this one he's going to guard a little bit, and then he's going to dodge towards the boss, which seems really scary, and then dodges away. So that way he's able to get this combo off. Otherwise he would have been too far away to be able to close the gap in time. And the nice thing about KH3 is that you can gap close practically half the arena in like a single aerial dive.
DM time.
DM time. So after this, well, first of all, DM is scary on its own. And secondly, after this, every attack is now different and harder. So thankfully you can guard in midair in this game, but as Pestilus was just talking about, any of the blue lasers, you can't guard. Violin used a Thunder there to put himself in MP charge, so that way he might be able to get his MP back by the end of the DM, or at least later in the fight.
He now starts to juke you out, pretend like he's coming, which is a whole thing when you're doing this casually.
That little like kind of losing his balance animation Sword is because there's actually a wind effect going on in this fight, pushing you away.
Okay, now this is the scary attack. Violin's mostly going to be dodging blind here. There's not a heck of a lot that can be done.
Yeah.
These are the Gigas from Baron Rex. It's a mini game that you see in any percent.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Very scary.
And then there's going to be some glass shattering sounds coming up pretty soon as well, and it makes it hard to hear the audio cues of what the boss is doing. So we're really hoping we only get one of these attacks because the DM takes a long time. As you can see, it's really hard to survive without getting hit. Thankfully, he can get hit just the one time, and is just incredibly terrifying.
Yeah, if we didn't mention, he gets second chance and once more through equipment that you can unlock in this game.
So yeah,
There's
he's
that
having
glass shattering that we're talking about.
dodging all of those while having to hear the glass shattering as well.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Now having to glide away from a big explosion is going to happen here that while it's sucking you in.
The timing of those dodges is so tight.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
All right, now he's got to wait for whatever he's going to open with here. He's kind of varying up his attack pattern here, like his timings.
Yeah, phase 2, like you start getting attacks like this, which A, take forever, and B, get super armor, which you can see in the top right.
Yeah, whenever that health bar in the top right goes blue, that means he's got armor that you could whittle down, but you're probably not going to do fast enough to level 1. So, blue lasers on all of these attacks now. That
He's
means
finally able to retaliate.
Yeah. He can't guard any of the blue ones. He has to dodge them instead of guard. And guards are generally better because they can chain into the next guard automatically sometimes, or even just with good timing a lot of the time. But a dodge roll, you just got to time it. Okay.
Okay.
So he has a set, he has sets of patterns he can do when he's doing this move, but they can come in a random order from what I understand.
Yeah, he can pull from any move in his entire move pool at this point. It is very scary.
Yeah, so now he's doing some rolls there because he doesn't know how soon Yozora was going to attack there. It's actually random.
Yeah, those jukes are horrifying.
Yeah.
Yep. He's getting the punishment. There's something like 20 health bars on this boss, by the way. We're down to about a third of them left.
Got this.
Again there.
Pulling from this phase 1 attack we saw earlier, the Keyblade Steel.
Yep.
I hope you
dodging
all like that crit health noise, by the way. There's literally no way for him to gain health.
Yeah.
Nope.
He cannot cure because of pro codes, and he cannot use items because of pro codes.
I don't think so.
Blade charge now cannot be blocked at the beginning, has to dodge it. Still going to do some similar things on this pattern though. Okay, not quite going to dodge forward yet. Now going to do it.
Second
Nice.
phase much more defensive than the first phase.
Yeah. You kind of want him to DM as late as possible so
Yep.
that way you're dealing more damage faster. Good guards. Dodging closer. He always does 6 lasers there, so he guards the first 3 and then dodges the second 3 so that way he can close the gap.
What a pain. It's on.
All right, pyramid attack. It's going to follow this up with the Thundaga, nice. And then the boss is going to follow that up consistently with the item stealing, like big tractor beam attack we saw a few times. So now Violin's going to dodge around. Oh, I think he ate an input. Okay, thankfully that doesn't kill you. It will damage you down to 1 HP, but that laser move does not kill you. It steals all your items, but, you know, thankfully we can't use the items anyways, so it should be okay.
Nice try.
Got pretty much full 3 on that one. The number of hits he's going to be able to do in the combo is pretty much just dependent on like which one's whiff or not. God, every guard that looks early to us is so scary.
I know, yeah, geez.
But he has to do that because he knows that like it could be the faster attack coming out, and if it isn't, he'll have enough time to get a second guard out. Yeah, so dodge rolling there because I think it's somewhere between like 4 and 7 teleports that Yozora can decide to attack.
Same retaliation with that last one where the counter kick isn't necessarily going to get hit, but it'll put you in good position to follow it up and get the opening.
And because of Combo Master, you can attack right out of the counter kick as well. Yeah. Plus, if you just waited for yourself to kind of recover from a guard, it would take a lot longer to then be able to move and air slide closer.
There's at least one attack where you could actually just punish it with the shot lock, just like stepping over there. But because Violin can't see, you can't do it.
Yeah, you can't really aim an air step when you can't aim.
Yep.
Yeah, it's interesting how he could get around the lack of air step in this fight, because casually that's really your main way to retaliate and close a distance, is keep back, dodge, block, and use the air step to close any chance you get.
Down to 3 health bars.
And just react and survive. That's the name of the game.
Yeah, he's doing incredibly well here.
Yep.
It shows how much he's practiced this.
And this unbelievable amount of time to be able to dodge one of these attacks without audio. I mean, it takes a good amount of time to dodge one of these attacks when you can see.
Yeah. That's the last thunder he can use without going into MP charge. I'm gonna get the item stealing attack again.
Got this.
Hopefully we don't drop an input this time. Blocking the kind of counter kick-esque move that Yozora has, and then using his own.
Nice try.
Okay, so he heard the dodge, knew to back away.
Okay, it's the scary one.
60% HP. 60% of a bar, rather. So it might have looked like he was running away there. He doesn't know where he's facing. He was just holding down, and because of where the camera angle is, and ran him away.
He just wants to be by a wall to block those.
I don't think so.
Okay,
Counter
this
kick it in
could
close.
do it.
Maybe. And
All right.
Let's go!
holy!
First try.
Wait,
Uh-oh.
wait! He stole the Koopa coin. So Violin's gonna have to do half of this fight again.
Yeah.
You gotta love drop inputs, right?
Now.
Well, phase 2.
Phase 2. Let's go.
Yeah. Actually, this is more like phase 3.
I guess so. Yeah.
Phase 2.5.
Nice try.
Yeah. If it's not clear, Violence practices a lot.
It's doing an incredible job.
Yeah. Once you have all these attacks just memorized down this well, and you just know all the answers, it's very straightforward to kind of execute this like this.
Man, he's not allowed to use, or Violin can't use the Koopa coin. Why couldn't Yozora use it?
Not
Violin
fair,
even
man.
have one equipped to begin with.
I don't think so.
So one thing that is kind of like different about Cage 3 is you'll notice his combos are pretty much the same on the ground or in the air. They are a little different, but they're pretty similar, which is really nice for kind of consistency's sake for things like this. He doesn't always know whether he's in the air or on the ground when he's blindfolded.
And his combos are a lot faster in this game than in KH1.
Oh,
for Remind specifically, they made a lot of new combo modifiers that speed up the combat a lot.
Yeah, actually accessible just on New Game Plus.
Break.
The delayed timing of some of them.
I mean, the anticipation there, that's one of those attacks that you normally use the air step just to close the distance. And
Yeah, there's so many opportunities for it that Violin just can do.
The double dodge, gotta love it.
I don't think so.
Violin actually slowed that combo down a little bit before getting locked in the finisher because he could tell a lot of his attacks had whiffed.
Yeah.
Okay, so that puts him in MP charge. Hopefully Violin's been keeping track of that. Because if he goes and tries to use another Thundaga when he's not able to, that can make things weird.
I think so.
Yeah.
Fortunately, it only matters for that one attack.
Yeah.
Yep, super armor time.
And he can do something else instead.
Yeah.
It's just has to be ready for it.
It is possible to do some precise counters to get rid of the armor and retaliate. Trying to do that blindfolded is good luck.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you can just kind of wait things out as needed. Nice.
Going for that with that third laser coming after you is like ridiculous.
I don't think so.
This one's
The
always
fake
so
out,
scary.
I know, yeah. You just want to just run and hide when it happens.
Yeah, again, because whenever he does this big kind of like wall of X's attack, he has different like little different pieces within that attack he
Yeah.
can do in different orders.
Different patterns, different everything.
Yeah, and they're all it's like the same moves but in random order, and some of the delays can be some delays can kind of be like varied up in their timing. So it's just incredibly scary.
Yep.
What a pain. You're done.
There's a Keyblade Steel attack.
You're done. There. Let's go.
Incredible music in this fight as well, by the way.
Cage music does not miss.
I love all the boss fights in this DLC are really, really good. Highly recommend if anyone hasn't checked them out yet in like Kingdom Hearts or hard boss fights.
Yep, if you're looking for a challenge, this guy will give it to you.
Yeah.
What a pain.
I didn't think he was gonna get all the way to the finish on that one.
Just the amount of attacks you have to remember.
Yeah.
Violin
Yeah,
hasn't seen
jeez.
this attack in like 10 minutes.
And he
I
had
know,
to memorize
yeah.
which lasers were now blue, so that he had to dodge them instead of guard them.
Yep.
Let alone remember the timing.
And it looks like he's being cautious about NP recharge with the triangle attack there.
Yeah, which thankfully he is now back at full, has MB, but
Yeah,
his MP
but
did
he
drain
got
a little bit.
He got it back like right when he did that attack.
Yeah.
There's
Really?
no real
Jeez.
way for Violin to know.
No, not at all.
I mean, just the awareness to have that in mind that
Yeah.
you might
Right,
not have
right.
it is
Yeah,
a
there's
lot.
So many things to track, especially when this fight goes much
this
longer than it's
long.
supposed to.
I mean,
been-
we're at the 19-minute mark, people, and he's
19 minutes
remembering,
attempt.
on the first attempt.
and he's remembering when he has the MP charge. Madness.
Again, he has not been hit since the one time he intentionally got hit.
During the DM, like...
Or, sorry, the DM
Just-
and then getting hit after that.
yeah.
Okay, the scary stutter nonsense.
It's working him down.
And Yozora can attack so quickly out of that.
I don't think so.
Nice.
Again, lock on doing a lot of work there.
Yeah.
Really helping to make sure that your Zora never ends up off screen and then your auto target might not target him. Less than a bar left.
This'll do it.
It's funny, they have to make changes to lock on to make like the boss fights work better, and it like broke random things in any percent. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Gotta love it. Alright, so one more retaliate after this should do it.
Nice try.
That was kind of weird.
One more.
Yeah,
He's gotta power
one
through.
more.
He's got
We
this.
got some blue lasers.
Break.
Dodge.
And here we
For
go.
real. Time! Incredible!
What a finale. Oh my god. First try.
First try,
Well,
and
no,
even goes.
Second try. Second try.
Kinda-
The first one was really fast. The first one didn't count. Second try.
Even goes for the mega Giga Chad swag of putting on a Koopa coin and intentionally letting Yozora steal it.
Jeez, yeah. I can't believe that.
That was just a stupid idea in the private
I
practice
know,
room.
I know.
Etchy gave me the idea.
I didn't mean to do it. It was, I was, anyway.
Incredible.
Thank you guys so much. You guys are incredible. I want to thank my lovely people on the couch here: Etchy, Patulus, Jay Hobbs, even Bob.
Even Bob.
I want to thank the entire Kingdom Hearts speedrunning community for motivating me to do what I do.
Impressive.
I want to shout out
Is it not?
Majoris. Let's see, Majoris, Dessa. There's a bunch of. There's a really long
You're
list
never
of
gonna
people
remember
You're never
everyone.
going to remember.
who have contributed to the KH1 speedrun, and you can find
Is any of this for real?
all of them like
Or not?
on the leaderboards. And
None of this.
sorry, I'm speechless.
Everyone follow Violin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitch and YouTube, and them as well. Yeah, Oath to Return. But I also want to thank RPG Limit Break for giving me the opportunity to showcase all of this stuff, and to my personal stream community for even allowing me to come here. So thank you guys so much. Any last words?
Thank you, RVG Limit Break. Thank you all.
Yeah,
in
thank
the
you everybody
crowd.
for donating.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks everyone who donated. We have a full house right now, by the way. It's awesome.
Yeah, midnight.
Yeah.
Speaking of donations, let's read some out while we get ready here. We have $25 from the Burning Hunter that says, why does Yozora have the fin funnels from New Gundam? $5 from Tiny Tim, who says, hey all, I made out for the finale. Congratulations on 100k made for Nami. I'm so sorry for not being able to be there in person in this event. Limit Break 2019 was